I'm ready
I
to.
don't think you'll
I'm ready to have
need
my
one.
body hijacked by an ancient alien menace.
And that, Timmy, is how you were born.
That flavor will be mostly on you, Brad, because I don't know what you want from that alien.
Aliens.
Besides, keeping you from dying.
Well,
And
aside
aliens.
from, yeah, like, one of the characters I'm stealing things from is the Blue Beetle. I imagine it like his suit was on Batman the Brave and the Bold.
That's the new Blue Beetle, right? Where it's attached to his spine?
Yeah. It would just...
Yeah, it hurt like a motherfucker.
It would just try to do things the most efficient way possible, like build a big gun that could just atomize somebody when he just needed to disable them.
As you do.
Get into arguments over whether they should kill people or not.
I like the time it turned him invisible on a space station, so nobody could see him and take him away from it.
That show was awesome.
But anyway.
The only private, put in the word private jet, and I find a private jet, and that's the one private jet that exists in the universe, apparently.
Well, it's
very expensive.
Is it a G6?
I don't know. I don't know planes or cars, and I'm playing a guy that knows planes and cars. It's kind of redundant, but there it is.
Don't worry, the people who thought there was a G6 also don't know planes or cars or their asses from their elbows, actually.
I did mention I just watched all of Todd in the Shadows reviews again, right?
Okay, so
I'm fly like a G6.
Well, this looks really techno enough, so I'll go with this one. In the chat of the map tools.
that is certainly a jet.
Yes, it is.
Should have went with a Blackbird.
I don't know. I don't feel like being shot down by the military.
There is that, yeah.
Like, I need to be, dinctly recognizable to any idiot who sees me in the air, you know?
Well, that
I
never
also
happened to
believe
the
the
X-Men.
stole off the Blackbird first, yeah.
It's a bird. It's a plane. No, wait, it's that fucker again. Arm the Sam!
Shoot him out of the sky!
That fucker took the last donut.
I fly and teleport. This'll be fun.
Alrighty.
Yes, okay.
Ian, you may
I think
begin
they're gonna hate me
unhindered
more for
now,
launching myself out of the docking bay than anything.
if Chris will let you.
No.
Didn't we have a fourth person?
Did you not read on the forum?
Oh, no, I must have missed it.
He won't be ready for this week.
He's
Okay,
had
no.
a lot of problems.
We could have
Yeah,
sat down and gave him up a thing.
He could have always just chose one of the archetypes.
The problem is he hates doing things simple.
It's okay, and fair
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
If he just, said something like, hey, can I have a day where everyone just sits down and throws ideas at the wall like spitballing? I would have, but...
Well, he's kind of doing that with me the whole time, and
Yeah.
he said before that there was nothing to throw at the wall.
What do you mean? There's so much to throw at the wall.
You could be James Bond.
There's all kinds of stupid shit you could throw at the wall. I'm Island Man. My only power is that I'm fucking huge. You just put all your power ranks into size, and you're just like, oh!
And
That's
what,
my
you
fucking
step
power.
on the planet to stop people.
Yeah.
Island Man.
Yeah, or something. It'd be big as an island.
But
Or
yeah,
the,
in any case,
or the brick. Throw all of your power points into immunity, then just walk up to people and start slapping them.
Yeah, it's just like that. Human strength, go!
But in any case, he
Or
is
carry a
not,
gun and just hope that works.
which is kind of why I, need to gauge what's going to happen, because this is a little less people than I think it was designed for originally.
I think we'll be okay all in all.
Yeah. Modules tend to be designed for 4 to 6 people, so yeah.
We have at least one power brick thing, one, flying laser person, and then we have like a utility character, so that should cover all the bases except Speedster, which we had, but then he decided that wasn't unique enough. Apparently.
It's complicated, but whatever.
He could have been the weather wizard.
Yeah, seriously.
Whoever wants to be the weather wizard?
I do. It's like
Weather
the fucking
wizard.
awesomest power
Even the
ever.
weather wizard doesn't want to be the weather wizard. I know. But... Or
I
he
want to
could
be the
clock
weather
king.
wizard.
Is there a way to do that?
His power is kick-ass. He just has no idea how to fucking use it.
Yeah,
Bloody
that's how I
idiot.
feel about
Anyway.
Mati from Captain Planet.
God damn it. Okay. Are we done?
No, but go on.
He should be Mati from Captain Planet.
He should.
Nobody wants it to be that either. Anything else from Captain Planet is fine, just not that.
His
So the
power
monkey.
is awesome. He's just stupid.
What is it?
Influences
Heart
people's
has-
emotions.
Yeah, Heart has about 1 million different uses. Instant telepathic communication with anyone on the planet, the ability to control animals, the ability to influence people's emotions, the ability to tell if people are lying. It's one
Yeah,
of the
fair
most
enough.
versatile powers they have. Mati is just an idiot with it.
Yep.
Yeah, I can believe that. Okay, so, welcome to Emerald City.
I
This is
drive in blaring loud music.
Even me.
You've been here already.
Alright,
You don't
sorry.
get to make a big entrance.
Damn it.
Not right now, anyway.
Alright, go on. I'll show you.
This is Emerald City in the pre-Silver Storm days, as you are well aware. Which means there are, a few supervillains around, a few superheroes around, but it's generally just a quiet, nice city, as quiet as a city can be. Don't ever call New York quiet, can't expect the same here.
Hmm.
Population 1 million, 3/4 under 12.
As it is, we're going to go in order of where you people are from the easiest. Which means the Red Duke first. Because you are flying. Today is a Monday. See,
Sorry, I got up and get a drink. Did someone say something? So that, like,
yes, I was talking to you, god damn it.
You, God damn it! You tell me to shut the bloody hell up, so I shut the bloody hell up to go get a drink because I know this land. So, okay, what's up? I'm the only one who read the damn book, apparently.
Cut to Chris at the controls humming the Superman theme.
Just figures out of it.
That would be
Does
me,
Superman
yes.
exist in this world?
I hope so. I
Like,
want to go
as the
punch him.
comic?
I don't think that's ever actually been answered. I'm going to assume no.
Okay. Maybe not Superman, but I guess they would have
Probably
comics.
something similar.
Ultraman.
They probably, you know what I think? I think they might have had comics up until the Silver Age, because then real superheroes started probably appearing, and then they just sort of stopped, because why would you want to read a comic about a guy who just goes and does
Yeah,
that?
just go watch TV.
That was a watch.
Yeah, seriously.
Have you never heard of reality television, you fool? You do know Kim Kardashian has a comic series, right?
What?
No. There's a difference between I could watch, if I could watch TV and see Superman go around punching Lex Luthor, why would I read a comic about him doing that? I could just watch that happen.
Yes.
But Marvel and DC
That's why movies are
characters both
popular.
exist as characters in the Marvel universe. In the Marvel universe, Marvel publishes non-fiction stories about the actual superheroes, but still.
That could be kind of cool. All right, so what were you saying? I have my drink. I won't get up anymore. What's up?
Today is Monday. You are flying above the city.
Yes, I am.
To be more
I'm
precise-
piloting because I usually pilot. It does have an autopilot feature, but it's best if I'm in the pilot seat.
To be more precise, you are flying above downtown Royal Hill, around Yellow Brick Road.
All right.
For right
keep
now,
my ear-
everything's peaceful, and
Alright,
I'm
good.
sure the military in and around this penitentiary and other places is keeping a close eye on you.
Yeah, they're probably keeping an eye on me. I've probably sent them mail about how I usually get out, which involves me launching myself out the back. So don't worry, as an autopilot.
Better hope they got that mail.
I really hope so. I sent them like 13 messages.
You send lots of fruit baskets to ATC.
Yeah, a lot. Way too many. So I'm most likely flying and keeping my communications open for any kind of let's see, what does it have? Yes, it does have the communications room, finger quotes. It's more like just the front of the plane. So we're using that, I can keep track of mostly like police signals and whatnot, any calls for help, that kind of thing. And might have like maybe a laptop open or something in case someone there was like an email system for this kind of thing where people could like email trouble a specific site for heroes to go to and solve it. So
Sure.
Wait here, citizen.
if
Someone
that
has just
doesn't exist,
tweeted
I make
a
one.
bank robbery.
if that doesn't exist, my character makes one to email him and or instant message whatever. So bank robbery in progress. Someone can just quick message him or something.
Right.
It's like, oh God, Duke, save me. And I just okay.
Both Alan and Janine are in the same place, though obviously not together, and kind of at separate ends of it. You're both in Yellow Brick Row, shopping for something or another, or wandering as it is, whatever your character would be doing.
It is the
Both in
nicest
Yellow
part of
Brick Row.
town.
It is the nicest part of town. It's incredibly busy. Lots of storefronts selling basically anything that you would want to buy in a city.
I'm out with my boyfriend looking for a new laptop.
Mine
That
falls from
works.
the sky. Damn it!
I don't think any laptop would survive that, even a super tech one.
I don't think anyone would survive a laptop falling on them either. Not from this height.
And what would Alan be doing in Yellow Brick Row?
Cat sit for a buddy just one night and it pukes all over your best sheets.
That is unpleasant.
He mutters to himself, looking for Bath Bed and Beyond.
Okay.
You are a miserable sod, and it amuses me.
This is kind of an out-of-character question. Brad, I'm assuming you don't want your boyfriend to be dead.
No. No, he'll survive this in some way.
Okay.
Considering I listed her relationship with him as a complication.
Yeah, she could get another one.
Ha!
My boyfriend's dead. Hey, you look available.
So at some point, Janine's boyfriend goes off somewhere, use the bathroom. And Janine is waiting, just by a storefront, waiting for him. There's a truck going down the road in Yellow Brick Row, which is kind of odd in general, considering how few cars want to go through with the heavy foot traffic.
Mm.
It is marked
The
on the
hell?
side with Redshift Energies, which is a, up-and-coming energy organization trying for alternate energy sources. You only just noticed that it's a Redshift Energies truck. When it explodes,
Oh,
You
my
die, reroll the
spine!
character.
yeah, make a new character. Ow.
Oh god, my spine!
My leg!
What the shit was that?
I don't know. I do have instruments for this kind of thing.
Yes,
It was an
hold on.
explosion, so I think
Hold
I
on.
noticed.
Hold on. For both Alan and the Red Duke would obviously not be hearing any of this.
Hmm.
The loud, heart-stopping sounds of an explosion and glass, along with the accompanying shock, strike you all without warning. Within moments, a strange cloud of silvery mist blankets the surrounding area. Just as panic and flight are about to take hold, the cloud begins to swirl without any evident prompting from the wind. It whips itself into a cyclonic mass, discharging what appears to be bolts of bluish lightning both within itself and outward around its immediate vicinity. Both blasts and bolts subside and begin to dissipate before anyone, yourselves included, can arrive on the scene, leaving the dead and injured as the most immediate concern. The fleeing, panicked crowds and hopelessly jammed roads make you all the only first responders available for the critically injured now. So there's been a massive explosion, a giant silver storm shooting lightning everywhere, and now I will make the map open. And Brad,
All I
now
want
would
to
be
do
your
is
time
play
to go.
magical super football.
You were at the center of the explosion, so if you have anything to say, now's the time to say it.
Ow, my spine!
Fitting.
Don't think I'd have much time to get anything else out.
That would be the first thing I'd say.
I mostly meant along the lines of what happens to you.
Again, just let me load the map.
You're not on the map yet, but
I'm assuming something along the lines of ow my spine, and then like 3 days later, alien. Oh god, someone got loud.
Yeah, that's
Just
pretty much
right
it.
through that wall.
At this point in time, I would be unconscious until a ring shows up.
Now, I never got a picture for it from you on a civilian identity, so you're going to have to just use this one, and you will be around here.
Yeah, it's fine. I just, I didn't. It took me forever to make that one. I wasn't gonna make a second one.
Fair enough.
Ownership goes to you. Alan is to the north. Will he investigate?
That depends. That blasting energy in generally cloudish form, is it dissipating or is it still
Oh,
just?
it's gone. It's gone. It has vanished. Fairly quickly, actually.
With no immediate signs of trouble, yeah, I'm going to head towards see if there's anything to be done.
Out of character, Busterfuck, you would run and you know it.
For some reason, he had bruises. I don't know why.
It was probably just testing.
But
I
there
have
you
no
are.
macros.
And what will the Red Duke do? Because that explosion is most certainly visible from above. It's big.
Set thing to autopilot, scramble towards the Duke, and get in, lock myself out the hangar, and land gracefully like the swan.
Somehow I doubt that last part. Are you aiming to land straight in the middle of it all?
No, I want to land in an area that has obviously been abandoned, i.e. like on top of a building or something that looks sturdy, you know? Or like an area where the people have clearly already ran away from.
Well, people are clearly running away from this area.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll just land somewhere that is not like a huge pile of people then. And I do have, then if you're wondering, I did actually bother to pay for a feature to where I couldn't think of any other thing for it,
God damn it.
is that I can fall from extreme heights and be fine. I didn't want to make it an actual power, so I can't like do it whenever. It's entirely for when I launch myself out the back of. I had to get out of the fucking jet somehow,
Mhm.
so I just theme it as disposable landing jets, basically.
And here is where I get irritated with map tools, because now that side of the map is for some reason visible.
If you go to edit map, you can change the background from tiled green to black.
So I can, okay.
It'll just briefly kick us out, but we should be able to switch back in. There we be.
The human version of Ralph is off to the side for if
I
that is
ever have a
necessary.
situation, yeah, thank you. All right, so I land in a storm of thunder rumbles and probably crack the pavement at least a little bit.
Yes.
And give everyone within 100 feet sudden PTSD because, oh god, it's happening again.
Pretty much, yeah. There are a few people scattered around, generally running the fuck away. There's quite a few people fallen under rubble or just unconscious in the streets. There are a lot of buildings on fire. But the
I have a
most...
flamethrower, not a water thrower. I can't make that anything except worse.
That happening about 20 feet from me jostled me awake long enough to scream, but I fell back asleep again because of the concussion I have.
Okay, so
Well, that's not
priorities, I suppose, but go on. I'll wait till you said everything.
Most immediate thing to notice is there are some people here who are not unconscious or running away. They look both confused and angry, and one of them has 6 tentacles extruding from his back.
Sir,
that is never
you
a
need to
good
see
sign.
a hospital. Like now.
He seems a bit too angry, given that he is wildly thrashing about.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I'll just.
The 2 other people that seem to be uncaring of flames and other such things is a very gothy-looking person over here. There's really no other way to describe him as, well, you can see from the picture.
Fair enough.
And someone over here who really can't be described as anything but a drug addict. He's he looks strung out as it is, and he's in raggedy clothing, a sweatshirt and jeans.
And they look unharmed.
They look
Beyond Tentacle Man, who has tentacles, so that's not necessarily unharmed. That's just kind of. All right then.
well. The druggie is shimmering, oddly enough, and the goth is flying.
Yeah, that sets them apart.
Obviously, you have made quite the appearance here.
Now,
And they
hold on, let me get my
basically
theme music.
Uh-oh.
You think I'm not pumping that as soon as I land? Like, in process of landing? Out as I can? It's my version of the siren. It's
Well,
distinct.
in that case, they all turn to look at you immediately.
Sorry, if you haven't noticed the giant mecha by its landing alone, you're fucking stupid.
They might be a bit distracted. Especially the guy who's apparently grown 6 extra limbs.
I boom over the loudspeakers over my music. Citizens, please stand aside. I need to assist those who are dying, and if you would lend yourselves some aid, that would be most wonderful. Thank you kindly. And you there with the tentacles might want to see a doctor. Just saying.
From the glare they're all giving you, I don't think they're about to listen. I'd roll
hell.
initiative if I were you.
Ah, hell. Alright, where's the initiative button?
There is no initiative button.
You have to
Ah,
actually roll it.
okay, fair enough. That's based on agility, so I should have it right here. Yes, it is. It's a 2. Alright, I have a heroic action, and this is important enough for it, actually. Yeah, I'll use my heroic action for this one, because I can't waste time on these guys pounding at my invincible mech right now. I need to take them out now, or at least bludgeon them out, whatever you want to
Meaning
call it.
you're doing what?
I'm using my heroic effort, I think it's called. It's like an action point, but not that thing.
Right. Okay.
To use my ability, where is it? Seize initiative, that's it. It lets me go first in combat, regardless of any rolls made. I just go first.
Okay. Just set your initiative as 20 then.
Yeah, I go first. Draw! I have no idea if they can take bullets or punching, so I'm just gonna kind of hope.
Rolling initiative for them. He rolls awful.
Druggy, what'd you expect?
This is true.
Dude, I'm seeing a giant mecha. Oh, wait, it's real.
So yeah, I will add you to initiative in a moment.
I'll take
Obviously,
it.
I'm going to be a bit slower at this.
Yeah, it's fine. You're fine. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with the fires.
That's
Other
a
than
very
put
good
rocks
question.
on it. I'm probably just going to pile rocks on them and put them out that way.
And he rolls very well.
Yeah, but it just says
do
I
roll
Yes,
higher.
yeah.
yeah, I just go first.
We
I
grok
can't
that.
even roll that high.
Yes, yes, yes. And the last one. They are not the most skilled in initiative, but they're rolling pretty well.
Especially Octoman.
Now, I presume I recognize the Red Duke, fixture of this city as he is.
Yes, it would be very odd if you didn't.
But it'd
Let's
probably
go
be...
ahead and-
Yeah, for some reason I actually can't add myself to the initiative
I'll
list.
do it. And you rolled an 18. I'll set the Red Duke as a 22. I think I need to widen my initiative bar so I can actually do this properly. There we are. Alright, you have seized initiative. What do you want to do?
Okay, first things first. I'm a smart guy. Lord Ethic, or, well, the goth-looking fellow. He's flying, yes? How
Yes.
up is he flying?
Not very, just a foot off the ground, enough for you to notice that his feet are not touching it.
Okay. Do any of them appear, like, injured in any way?
No.
Okay. Do they look like they could have been? I.e., is there, like, rubble on them still, or, like, there's fire on them, but they don't seem to care, that kind of thing? I need to know who here can actually take a punch from the Duke and not explode into a shower of gore.
Well,
I.e., if they have any of them have noticeable or something, besides Tentacle Man's tentacles.
Octoman looks pretty beefy by himself, and he's beating on the walls of the building without much trouble.
And the Ether guy is just flying, okay.
Gothy is scrawny, and so is Druggy.
Alright then, so we're gonna have to try not to murder them. So first things first, I'm gonna go... Let's see, I'm not sure how it works with speed in this. I know what my speed is, but in terms of the board.
Do you have anything that would increase your speed?
Not in this form, no. I just have a... But I am large, so that increases your speed by effectively because you have a longer stride.
All right. If your movement rank is 1, does that sound right?
It should be 2. 1 if it's just based on...
Well,
like I
so
said,
you-
it goes up because
You
of...
start at
0 is
zero.
0 is
default.
basic.
Oh, then yes, it would be 1.
You have 60 feet.
Alrighty then. He can't AOO, I guess. Can he? Is that a
Not
thing?
right now, no.
And we'll keep going. I just want to get about there, and I would like to
Okay.
pick him up.
Pick up Gothy or the injured civilian.
Gothy. He's the threat, so I'm just going to put him in my hands, and he can just sort of deal with that.
Okay, make a roll to grab him.
Okay, that would be like an attack roll, yes? Effectively, because that's how that works. Okay, I know it's fighting, so it's fighting plus any bonuses for grabbing, and like I said, I'm
Yeah.
not...
Do you
Let's
have
see.
any bonuses for grabbing? I know you do. I don't know exactly what they are.
Well, I have improved grab, which means if I make an attack, I can then just grab a person while doing so, and I have fast grab, which, oh damn, I know improved hold is the one that makes it really hard to escape, so improved grab and fast grab. Hold on.
Fast grab is a free grab attack after an unarmed attack.
I know. Oh, okay, so improved grab is the one that lets me grab people with one arm, and there's no, I'm not vulnerable while grabbing. I can just pick people up in one hand.
Yep.
And fast grab is the one that lets me do it when I do it as an attack, so I can just do it automatically. And improved hold is the one that makes it really hard to escape the grab. Okay, so I know what's going on. Now I just need to make the roll, which is basically a fighting roll, I suppose, because I'm not using the... Well, I am using the fist, so do I get my... Well, the power bonus is purely damage, so it wouldn't... So it's just a fighting roll, basically.
Fighting, and if you have any kind of skills that would help with it.
Yeah. So effectively... Huh, that would be the same chance to hit. Weird.
And then they get
Alright.
a resistance against your strength, using the better of their strength or dodge.
Yes.
I rolled crap, but there's a
Which
17
in?
for you. I'm using fighting to try and grab them, so...
He is. In Gothy's case, dodge is best thing. So he is going to try and get the fuck away from your giant hand.
Y'all need to calm down now. As I reach out, try and grab him. Alright,
And
he's
he
dodged it.
very well succeeds. He hovers just out of your way, and it seems like he's going to be a difficult person to grab.
Damn it, son. I guess that's all I can do in a turn, I suppose. So it was a move and a try and attempt to grab.
That
I
would
was
be
gonna
it.
use my
Yeah.
other arm. Alright, done.
The
I was
tentacle
hoping to take one out
person,
in battle instantly, but yeah.
he continues to look very angry. He doesn't look very smart just from the expression on his face.
Son, unless you're packing a rocket launcher in your pants, not gonna accomplish much. They start shooting lightning at me, and I regret my words.
So he does not move from where he's standing, but one of his tentacles shortly does towards you, but it is not. He's not attacking you.
What's he trying to do?
He makes an effort to try and grab that injured civilian at your feet and yank it back towards him.
Alrighty. I'm not going to play tug of war with a civilian, but I'll grab his tentacle if I can to play tug of war with him.
Not really going to have the opportunity right now with how quickly his fit is out and back in.
Yeah.
He rolls very well to grab the civilian, who does still get a roll to evade it.
Roll!
He's
It's
not
just
helpless.
D20 though, so he's probably not gonna
Yep.
do very well.
No.
And I forgot to unimpersonate, but doesn't matter. Civilian does not succeed and gets dragged back to Octoman. The names are entirely optional, by the way. You can call them whatever you like.
Mhm.
Octoman kind of sits well, you know?
He is not moving, but he is certainly grabbing the hell out of that civilian.
Alright, new priority target. I can ignore the floaty fucker for a bit.
Alrighty. Well, the dude with a joint and a bit of an aura, even if he is particularly threatening, he's probably not going to pose any trouble until someone poses him trouble. But that there freak with 1,000 arms, does he look particularly toothy by any chance?
No, he looks
mean-
beaky.
Like a squid?
I think he's asking whether or not the guy has a mouthful of sharp teeth for eating the people.
No, he's human in everything but those tentacles.
So he's just very angryish.
Oh yeah, he is just an angry person.
Oh, I'd be pretty mad.
They're all kind of angry persons, which is kind of odd. The druggie's face doesn't look like he's used to making that expression.
There's a plus, anyways.
Mm.
Right. Well, this dude in the rubble over here is probably just going to have to make do for now because, I mean, the Red Duke is careful where he steps generally.
Yeah.
You'll notice a large absence of people wearing iron caps to prevent themselves from getting stepped on by him. So if
Wouldn't help you none if you did. But if it makes you feel better.
if Six Arms here has any positive will towards that unconscious man, it probably wouldn't be reflected in pulling him away from the Red Dukes. So yeah, I'm going to have to hope that the city's finest is as lenient as they usually are with citizens trying to lend aid.
Considering the circumstances.
My mailbox is so fucking full of complaints, you have no idea.
Well, the problem is, I have only one thing I can do to size up the threat that this guy represents before I can start doing trickery against him.
You need to fondle his tentacles.
No.
Dang him.
First of all, as a free action, making an athletics check versus DC 15 to jog, increasing my movement speed.
Okie dokie.
No such luck.
Unfortunate.
I'm going to jog across the street at my normal move and not my double move. And
Be very cautious of that fire right behind you.
I presumed it was contained in there, not so much.
It's not spreading actively, but it is in that area.
All
And
right.
it is fire, so it will
I will
spread.
keep a bit further from that that burning nightclub then. Which appears. That's a radio tower as seen from straight down. It's not a
Yes.
Spider-Man hammock. Okay. Sorry, Norm. Used to seeing that kind of thing at a 1/4 angle projection. Anyways, I'm going to jog over to here. As part of my movement, I'm going to pull out Old Faithful, and I'm going to curse my own name as I get Octoman's attention away from the unconscious guy. Where's the rules on multi-attack? There they are.
And don't worry, Brad, you'll be your turn at the end of this round.
Okay, no.
Your turn includes fire.
Very possibly.
Ow!
Okay. I am going to just lay down covering fire in the direction of Octoman in order to give the civilians around him the benefit of cover if he doesn't want his head taken off.
Oh, you're using the cover. Okay.
Does that sound like a legit use, or am I misreading something?
That sounds fine, sure.
Okay. Because I don't want to start shooting people right off of the bat without knowing what's up with them.
Well,
Might
the
not
news
end
he
well.
just
However, I don't need to make any checks until he chooses to ignore the incoming fire and do something. So that's my turn.
Okie dokie. Gothy looks angry.
it's a strange face for him to have, not. It's that and sad. Those are his two emotions. I'm not surprised.
You probably shouldn't say that to his face.
I'm
That's
not
not-
yelling that into the loudspeaker.
You forgot his third emotion, smoking.
And he seems very boastful this day as he, yells at the Red Duke. How dare you fight Lord Etheric? He has a very whiny voice, and it seems very clear that this person does not have much of a social life. Especially when he has a supervillain name on the day that he gets powers.
Yeah, that was fast. Son, you need to calm down and get down here and sit your ass down. Something happened and you need to... There's people who are gonna die if you don't just hush up and sit.
He does not seem to care.
I don't care what I'm sitting on. That's fine.
Instead, he points a hand at you
Ah, hell.
and glares.
Alright.
Your head starts to hurt.
Okay, real quick. Is this a mental power?
Yes.
Alright, I'm just flat out immune.
Are you?
The Duke
Flat out.
is immune.
He's not aiming at the Duke.
The mecha
he's aiming
can be
at you.
affected by it, and the Duke himself is immune. Like both Dukes. Like Ralph is immune because of a thing he has, and the
Which
mecha
thing?
cannot be affected. Where is it? Mind Shield. Immunity, mental powers, 10. There it is. It's an immunity to mental powers, rank 10. And it's from the it's actually from the base cybertech stuff, because I took ranks in treatment in order for him to be able to cybernetically upgrade himself as well.
Let me just double check immunity 10.
Yeah, it's you pick it to be immune to one specific from like a list of things, like a power, and this one is mental powers.
Well, yeah,
Hey.
alright, you are immune to mental powers. Congratulations.
So, I say with the last speaker, son, you think this is the first time some asshole has tried to manipulate my mind? You are really messing with the wrong guy. Now sit down before I have to reach up there and make you sit.
He glares at you and calls you an impudent fool.
Says the fella who can't do a damn thing against me.
That elicits more glaring. And he flies away a bit.
Asshole. Coward, get back here. Oh, fine.
He actually flies away to the closest civilian that is not directly next to you.
Son of a bitch.
What he's doing, you can't really tell around the building just yet.
Hold on. Well, keep going.
Now, the druggie is odd. He is not dressed like he enjoys conflict of any kind, really.
He's a metal sort.
And yet his face is filled with rage.
It looks rather amusing, I imagine.
I suppose, if you're amused with someone with superpowers coming at you in a rage.
Well, I don't know he has superpowers up until he starts shimmering and throwing death beams. So...
Well, he is already shimmering.
Oh, he is? Oh, never mind.
I did mention this.
Hmm.
I thought that was just the smoke haze.
Well, he's obviously a vampire.
Damn. I'm gonna be hated for doing that.
What, and Lord Etheric isn't? Irony has struck hard today.
Now, I remember that, right. That is immune to fortitude effects.
Yes. So any effect that's trying to affect the Duke just doesn't do anything. Well, considering it's an iron sealed container, you can't just poke me with that either. You have to get through the Duke to do a fortitude effect against me inside.
Yes.
I was smart. I knew I had just by doing this, and I covered them.
I am just double checking the mechanics on one of his powers.
So, I can never cover the whole Magneto will juggle me like a toy thing, so, there's that.
Yeah, don't rule that out.
I have
the Duke is made of
object magnetic things, so yeah.
the Duke is made of ceramic. That totally saves me.
I
highly doubt
hard
that.
ceramic.
Pardon?
Okay. Druggy over here looks between the Red Duke and Alan and chooses to not move, given he's kind of between the both of you. Instead, he points his hand towards injured civilian number 1 over here.
It is
What
ringing.
the hell?
What
just happened?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Everything is gone. The world is reset.
We're on grasslands.
I have no idea what just happened.
Oh, no, it's reloaded.
Somehow we got kicked to grasslands.
That,
And now I'm gone.
yeah,
Everyone's gone.
reverted. Hang on, I can fix it. Not a huge
Yeah.
deal.
That was weird.
Does
How much
anyone have
is-
any input as to what just happened there?
Maybe accidentally unloaded the campaign or something. I don't know.
I guess, but I wasn't doing anything with my push to talk button.
What
God
is your
hates you.
push to talk button?
It's a mouse button.
Okay, but is it mapped to anything on the keyboard?
No.
Hey, you're gonna want to do the background black thing again, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
save,
don't know.
Save
I'll
the
keep an
map
eye out.
after you're done this time, in case that happens again.
I will do that, yes.
I can just point out which one you're talking about because I found him.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
there
the
we
one.
go.
He's on the far
Do you
left,
remember
right
exactly
next to a
where
fire.
Alan was?
Alan was, yeah, he was there.
Here or here?
1 second. Drop him either place. I can just quickly measure it. If I have ownership.
Yes, I'm giving it to you.
And Lord Eothic was there, I believe. Yeah, around there.
Yep.
Incompetent boob.
Campaign's been saved this time. Let's hope that does not happen again. But yes, okay. There you go. Yeah. Heal the bruises.
There we go. There we go.
I still don't get how damage works in this game. This will
All
be
right,
fun.
let's see. I had 22
you-
initiative, followed by the 21 of Octoman. Then there was Lord Eothic with something, and from there I don't remember.
And then
It's not convenient, but I know what order people are in, so.
Twix, Stockman, and Etheric. And really, the numbers themselves don't matter at this point.
Yeah, if you know who goes first.
It'll be useful for when Omega is in the fight.
Yeah.
I had an 8.
And I will enter in the ones I remember, so.
Yep.
Which I think might actually be all of them.
Could be. Wasn't that many people involved.
No, I'm mistaking that one.
I was pretty sure he was a single digit.
I know he went before, but I don't remember what his was. Oh well.
If you click that drop down beside next,
Oh,
then you
found
can just auto sort all tokens.
Octoman had a 21, Lord Eothic had a 14, Tio had an 18, the Duke had whatever he needs,
Ditto.
and that looks to be everyone. Light Show had a 3. Because Light Show fails, and is,
Okay. Integrity
Yes,
restored.
Okay. Yes. Light Show, the druggie, holds his hand out towards injured civilian number 1 over there. Yes, thank you. Skull hat.
You're welcome.
And something really weird appears.
That's described this day pretty well. Weird.
Yeah, it looks like a disembodied knife is floating above the civilian's head.
But why?
Yeah, a knife has suddenly appeared above the civilian's head. It's not doing anything yet, but it's definitely there, and it looks very pointy.
Well, guess who's in my crosshairs now?
This is your brain on hallucinated drugs.
And now he will move away just a little bit. But it doesn't do anything else with that knife just yet.
Okay.
Now, before that round starts,
Right.
Janine has a ring fly down to her from the heavens. Or, someplace high up.
Wink.
If you have any flavor you want to put, Brad, on what exactly happens when this ring reaches her, now would be the time.
Okay, well, the ring's not giving up any reasons for why it's doing this yet, so it just flies. It flies down, places itself on her finger, and this turn I actually have to spend my standard action becoming the hero form. Janine's going to remain unconscious while the alien entity hijacks her body for this fight.
Fun! In any case, roll initiative.
Janine, you have been chosen. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, that's one of the many characters I'm ripping off.
I know, it's fun.
Yeah, it's a good one, at least.
Yeah, true.
That is a high roll for initiative, okay.
And beat the crap out of
I've
them.
improved initiative.
You
too.
can't beat the crap out of mine, but you know what I mean.
Yes, we do. Oh, so the Dukes do 29. Alright, Duke, what are you gonna do?
Alright, I got 3 problems and only so many arms. Okay, I know I can handle Octafreak over there just by punching him, and it looks like someone's shooting at him, so Octafreak might be busy, you can reasonably assume.
I am not actually shooting him yet. I'm just covering. I'm ready to shoot in his direction if he tries to do anything funny.
Well, I see you pointing a gun at him, so I'm going
Yeah.
to just magically guess that you may or may not have that under at least semi form of control. Also, the Octo guy looks kind of dumb, so out of all the threats there are, this smoked addict drug guy looks like the big one. So, Lord, do you think it's doing horrible things in the background? Oh boy, I need more arms. Yeah, I'm gonna deal with.
Man.
I'm gonna go deal with the guy who is starting a man with a knife next to a fire. That's dangerous. Octo guy could just be offering hugs. I don't know. Howdy.
He glares at you. He doesn't do much more than that. He actually spits on you.
I'm punching this guy. A 28 to hit him.
And he is going to attempt to dodge. He is a very good dodge.
Mm. That's an insanely high dodge.
Yeah, when you try to punch him, you punch, and then it looks like you go through his head, and when you come back, he's actually a few feet to the left.
God damn it, don't none of you stay still and fight. I guess it's my turn, isn't it?
I would imagine so.
Wait. Do I have to? Oh, no, I need to check this to see if I have to hit them to start a grab thing.
That's a decent question.
Yeah,
I'd
that's fine.
imagine so.
When you hit. Okay, I have to actually hit them. Alright, never mind.
That's Duke's turn.
Yep, that's the Duke. Yeah, he ran up and tried to punch a person who was even faster than the last one he tried to punch.
So you would spend a standard getting Omega into hero form, but you do still have a move action.
You probably see Lord Eothic over there.
Yes, he's just floating menacingly at the moment.
He has to put real effort into doing that, I imagine.
He puts a lot of effort into it. And actually, it's kind of odd. He's been the only one to speak thus far.
Yeah, that is a bit odd.
Let's see what I can actually do with the move action. Just a sec.
You can mostly move.
That's mostly what you can do. Yep. Or activate certain powers. It
I
kinda
imagine
depends.
I imagine some of Omega's 2 dozen powers are down at move action grade.
Mhm.
If the reaction modifiers on any of them, yeah, they will have shorter things to do.
Just checking quick. I don't really think I have anything I can do after my standard though, so yeah, I can start my life support bubble. That's not really helpful to me though. Oh, there we go. That's free action. I can become insubstantial. I'm going to become electricity.
Okay.
You are now a bolt of lightning.
And then I'll teleport into the fray.
There's a fray.
Can you do both of those?
Oh, one's a move, one's a free. I
Yeah.
think so.
Alright.
Becoming insubstantial was a free. I can teleport up to 120 feet as a move.
Okie dokie. Lord Etheric by himself.
To do evil things.
Yes.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't notice that.
I mean, you know, you can leave him if you want. I'm just making sure you're aware.
Yeah, I'm just gonna flink over. I'm just gonna flink a little bit shorter than I was going to and go there.
Mhm.
Okay. That's my turn.
Mr. Octopus Man is not happy, but then he hasn't been happy.
Oh, happy.
From the lines on his face, one could assume he has not been happy in a long time.
Poor fella.
Yeah, well.
He's gonna get a lot less happy if he does anything with that civilian, I'll tell you that right now.
He has other things in mind. Namely, the person who is looking to shoot at him.
Please hurl the civilian at him. Please hurl the civilian at him. Please hurl the civilian at him.
No, he's feeling a bit like a one-trick pony at the moment, so another tentacle is going to go shooting out towards Alan, who now has his chance to shoot.
Bugger. Not the tentacles, not the tentacles, not the tentacles, and double checking something here. Ah, there we go. Brrrah.
He makes no effort to dodge and actually just
Sponges it.
basically attempts to ignore the bullets, yeah.
Okay. As a multi-attack being made against a single target, if I have at least 2 degrees of success there, then
Which we're determining in a minute.
then his resistance check DC goes up by 2.
Actually, since he's
He
making...
does very well.
Well, hold on. He's making no attempt to dodge or actively defend himself. That counts as
Oh,
a
I'm sorry, that's
success.
support, but that would still...
Yeah, all he's trying to do
Still a
is
success.
is the damage check right now.
Yes.
Yeah, so basically you get an auto success, which does increase the DC, but he just rolled high and just tanked the crap out of that.
Which, subtract 3 from that, but that's still a victory.
Yes.
So yeah, he is attempting to grab you.
Alrighty.
Combat roll.
Dodge.
That's an 8.
You have to dodge an 18.
Mhm.
Which you can auto pass, actually, it looks like.
That is my dodge defense class.
Go ahead and roll anyway. I just want to see if you'll get 1.
Well, hold on, that's my defense class, which is 10 plus my unrolled defense. But I did roll 18, so I'm fine.
Yeah, you are perfectly fine. You managed to dodge the tentacle, and he seems very annoyed about this fact. So, he tromps off this way, taking that civilian with him.
Hmm.
Stop stealing people.
He seems to very much like the idea.
Okay.
Turn them into rubber. I don't know. Do something. They're fucking stealing people. They're cool.
All right, that is plain concrete he's traipsing over with some cratering, etc.
Yes. There's some minor differences between the street and the sidewalk, but not anything too significant.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay, can't do that without endangering the sieve.
Which would probably get yelled at by someone.
Oh yeah. Even
the
if
Duke, followed by the local police, followed by whoever else is in charge.
um. Hmm. A target-rich environment is not an optimum scenario for anyone with a gun, really, but not even for someone like Alan.
As a note, he does not seem to care about walking through the fire.
That too is worrying.
Well, where else can he turn? Buffy references way in.
I will unfortunately not get that reference.
Also, I'm clearly going to have a word with some of the city planners. What the hell is a loading zone doing in the middle of an avenue?
Because this wasn't always what it looked like.
Pretty much.
I mean, like, at one point this was a cannery space.
Well, there's a dead end street right in the middle there too. So
It is coming from somewhere else. I just didn't want to map out the entire fucking city.
That would take some time.
Let's see here.
I also, unfortunately, did not find a good-looking way of making the streets yellow.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, but
we're just
let's
bugging
just
you. It's
pretend.
fine.
Great. So, no really great options there other than chasing that guy down. I can see the fire down this end of the alley. I can't go around.
Unless you want to jump through fire,
Uh-huh.
or if you have some way of climbing a building, I suppose.
Not faster than he can walk around it. How many stories is this building?
Just one. It's a little cafe place.
Cafe.
Yes, you could run inside, but there's a lot more rubble inside.
Mm-hmm.
The roof's fallen down in a few places. I just don't really have anything to efficiently show that.
No, I'm gonna have to, for the moment, take the direct route. Okay, I want to close up this distance a little bit better in case of disaster.
It's already a disaster. One way it gets worse is if I get blown up.
Oh,
No, this is a disaster for the city and a bunch of these people. It is not yet a disaster for me because I'm still on my feet.
Alright, fair enough.
as a note,
Yep.
over there is where the truck exploded, and it's basically vaporized. There is nothing left. Just for future reference, since especially since Omega saw it.
That's a very energetic explosion. It's a good thing an energy company did it.
Well, you
Okay.
succeeded that time.
Yes, I did. So that means I can clear up to 60 feet. Let me pre-measure this. That will be fine. Okay. Going to jog over to here so that I have the wall of the building in case I need it. And I'm not going to try and cover fire. I'm just going to try and shoot that guy down because no one drags off a civilian towards danger and means anything well with it.
They really don't.
Here, the fire will heal you.
Hurls in.
Technically not impossible.
What? That
No,
works
but
on me.
unlikely.
I can see the Human Torch being stupid enough to do that. What? It works on me.
Yeah. Rat-tat-tat-tat.
Doo-doo. He continues to just keep moving and attempts to ignore you again.
Okay.
We might need to swap. How's that sound?
How does
I go punch the invincible man, you go shoot the guy who can't be touched.
Yep.
Sorry?
So that I understand how this is operating myself. So when I make that attack, I am attempting to hit him, so it is against his passive dodge, right?
No, active dodge, i.e. he can choose to, I want to dodge that, so he makes a roll.
But he's not
He's-
trying to dodge it.
So he just goes straight to the, I'm trying to, like, I've been hit, do I resist it or not? And the answer
In
would
that case,
be,
yeah, you'd be getting past his passive dodge, which you do,
Okay.
and he's just using his toughness to not take any significant damage from it.
All right.
literally bulletproof.
Which he does not, actually. He fails by 1 degree.
Okay. How many degrees of success did I have on the 2 hit, though?
I got 24, so that would
24
determine.
versus a 19. So that's a 5 that you beat it by.
So that's 2 degrees.
Is that 2 degrees? I always forget if it's 5.
That is
to go up
the
or
second
stay.
degree once you reach the
Okay,
plus
then
5.
yes, 2 degrees.
Okay. So, yep. His resistance DC was 2 higher than normal. And I actually have no idea what he's rolling his fortitude against when I shoot him with a gun. For a power,
Toughness.
no problem. Oh, I know that's the modifier he's using, but what is the DC he's rolling against?
I believe it's your attack again. But
This-
it's very confusing.
What are we asking what he's rolling his defense against?
Yes.
What is he rolling
rank
his
of the damage.
fortitude? So yeah, but what is the rank of this damage?
You're using an Uzi, right?
Yes.
That's a rank 4, I think. I can double check it. It's actually listed in the thing pretty clearly. Hey, hold on. Catches in gear. Hit bottom.
This is kind of how I expected it to go.
We're learning the
That's just-
system.
That's
Yeah.
fine. That just,
Here we are,
that just
machine
means the
system.
session will be longer.
That's true.
Submachine gun's closer. Yeah, damage 4. Rank 4 damage. Yes.
Okay.
All right. So okay.
Then
Let's put
you
it
need
this
to
way.
roll again. Okay.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
You need to roll. No, actually, no, you don't need to roll. It's just a 19 DC because it's damage rank plus 15.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That explains that then.
So he did not attempt to dodge.
So you've had automatic 2. You've already had a 2 success versus 2 failure thing. So that increases DC. So he made it because he has a 20. So he made it by 1 against your damage, specifically.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So he did
So you
ignore
definitely
you.
hit him, but despite hitting him quite firmly in the back, he sort of just grunts and shrugs it off. I guess.
He
I don't know.
doesn't care. Whether it's because you hit him in the tentacles or because he just doesn't care is up to, your judgment.
Speculation. Alrighty then.
I need a bigger gun. That's my speculation.
In that case, my turn's up.
Yes. what does Omega look like as a being of pure electricity?
Hmm.
Is it a living lightning bolt, or is it just static floating on the ground, or is
I
she not
figured,
even visible?
I figured vaguely her self-shaped bolt of lightning.
Okay.
Sort
Lord
of like
Etheric.
Superman in that arrow, in the arrow when he was made of lightning.
Lord Etheric has noticed you, turns to face you, and generally just looks confused that there's a living bolt of lightning standing there. Mostly because there is no superhero that matches that description in Emerald City. So instead, he glares and holds his hand out, like he did before, hopefully a little less impotent this time.
This
Damn,
might
that was
actually
funny.
work.
Turns out you're immune too. Damn it, my power is useless.
I am not immune to mind effects now.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, that is not what he's doing. Instead, you suddenly have a clear box from around you.
Oh, that's my shtick.
Yeah,
Dude.
well, that's what he's doing.
I'll put you in a box for later.
I'm a mime.
Let's see, how big can he make it? He has 8 ranks
What's
of
the
it.
box made out of?
Mythical
Really
mental
hard to
powers.
say, because he, made it with his brain and it just looks clear.
Okay.
Pure mental power, I suppose.
Pretty much, yeah. Ah, there it is. So... yeah, he's got you boxed in pretty thoroughly. It's basically just big enough to fit you. Pretty cramped in there, actually. And he decided he wants none of this and flies up to above the building.
Great. We're fighting Mascara Lantern.
Oh, trapping me requires an attack check.
He just formed it around you.
Yeah, but
Which he can
create-
dodge.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Roll dodge. And I will check what exactly he needs to roll.
requires both an attack or both an attack check against the target's dodge and a dodge resistance check against the effect's rank.
Yes, okay.
Trying to put a box over your head.
I'm just checking what my dodge is, just a sec.
It should say it on your token there.
Oh, do we have this stuff? Okay.
Yeah, you just mouse
Makes
over
things
and
a
should
little
tell you.
easier. Okay, my dodge is 16.
You'll
Actually,
want to roll a d20 plus 16 then.
Hold up. First of all, if you change Omega from an NPC to a PC, that'll make a difference.
Oh, did I forget to do that?
Yep.
Where do I change that?
Upper right.
It's a little drop down.
Much better.
do you add 10 to rules in this game? Because I only have 6 ranks in
Yeah.
dodge.
And
Yes,
that's
that's
the other
something.
thing. The defense class that I list down there, those are all of your passives. So those include a plus 10. If you're
Ah,
going to
okay.
roll them, just subtract 10 from that.
Okay.
Okay, doke. So that's plus 6.
Then I've been rolling wrong too, but it's a learning experience.
Yay, learning.
I guess it's just an attack check. I'm not sure if it rolls with the create.
The create
Yeah.
powers have a
Yeah,
set
you roll
DC.
an attack check against my dodge, so it would be at the create's rank
Yes, I think.
against my passive dodge. So against
Unless it's he's
16.
creating an area effect, but then I don't know.
No, he's not. That's just the trapping with objects is part of the create power.
Okay,
Yeah.
so use your ranks and then yeah.
He rolls awful, so
He
you
rolls a
managed to
natural
get
one.
away
He
from
puts a
that
box on himself.
No. But you managed a way to get away from that box just fine.
Yeah. Zoom.
I tried to put lightning in a
He
bottle. It
continues
didn't
to run
work.
away, though, because he still does not want any of this shit.
I'm having a bad day.
You fool! You made your box out of a conductive material.
Eh,
Next time you might not want to make a force field. I can just pass through them.
Light Show over here is still kind of obscenely angry.
Son, you got froth at the mouth. You got the rabies. But if
He
you're
does not
smoky, you might want
respond
to
to you
stop.
with anything but a growl.
Huh. Alright.
Wonder Toke powers activate. Take the form of PCP.
So he runs off in this direction,
Son of a bitch.
and he holds his hands out and does not try to trap you like Lord Etheric did Omega, but he does make a big wall of grinders in front of him.
Grinders.
Yes.
Is
The
in
Power
big,
Rangers
grindy...
RPM villain?
As in as big as you, and if you step through them, they will likely grind you.
Like angle grinders?
I mean,
Thanks.
like a garbage disposal.
Why are we fighting Bayonetta?
Crushing wheels.
Okay. Hold on, let me mentally wrap my head around this.
I
Can you
cannot
show me?
actually-
Okay, at the very least, can you show me what area they cover?
Yes. Let me just get a square here.
Because you might have just ground out a human into paste, and then I'm gonna have to chase him.
He mostly seems to be defending himself with them.
I'm aware, but there's a human here, and if he has like an unusually big grinder set, he might have just ground a human into paste, in which case I am going to grind him into paste. Okay.
Like that, he's defending himself. It's not quite reaching the civilian there.
Okay. So he's not, he's just trying to, okay. Not sure why he tried
That
to knife
knife
one.
is still above the civilian, though.
Motherfucker, alright. Okay, priorities are priorities. I can't just go straight for him, but he's not gonna outrun me, so I need to stomp over here.
You're going to ignore the knife.
I can't do anything on smoke knife. It's a smoke knife.
I never said it was a smoke knife. It's just a knife floating above the guy's head.
I don't know. I was there. Hmm.
I don't. If it's a created object, we should be able to tell at a glance that it's artificial unless he has the subtle trait.
You're talking about if it's an illusion?
Yes.
An illusion is obvious unless, you know, like some illusions are obviously illusions. If that makes any sense.
Characters encountering an illusion do not receive checks to recognize it as illusory until they interact with it in some fashion.
Ah, okay.
All
Well,
right.
never mind.
Okay, well, okay, yes, the difference between an illusion and a created object. But, yeah, I suppose we don't know which that is until we try to
Until
interact with
you
it.
try to run into it, yeah.
Carry on.
Okay, I saw Alan try and take some shots, and this big octopus isn't doing anything. So I'm going to shout for Alan, and I don't know his name, so I'm like, civilian, and I shine my giant spotlight on him.
You might know him, because he's not a
Yeah,
particularly secret person, but it's also just as likely you don't, so.
Yeah, I just shine it in. Yo, pal, you mind taking care of that fella with a knife? I'll handle lock the freak over here, and then I come charging through him.
Be very cautious of that civilian he's holding.
Yeah, I am. I'm going to pick him up. We can all just carry people together. A big chain of carrying people. Alright, that's a 22 to strike him. If I'm successful, I'll do my damage.
He will actually try to dodge this one, because that probably hurts.
I could tank. So don't add the extra 10, just the flat, whatever, dodge bonus.
Yes, and he
Nope.
fails utterly. And that's actually, that looks like, yeah, it's 2 degrees, so you have grabbed him thoroughly if you're trying to grab him.
Yeah, it's part of the attack. If I've hit him, I've grabbed him. So he's grabbed, and now he's going to take a butt ton of damage. It's 18 is the
Yeah.
total.
2
So we can try
successes
and
on a
resist that.
grab.
I pick him up in one massive crusher and start squeezing.
Yes, 2 degrees of success leaves the person bound and helpless.
Grab the whole lot of this tent. Like I pick him up like a big bag of tentacles, just like, yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
notice the
He's
wide
dead.
variety of conditions that I have set up as toggles to keep track of all
Yes.
that nonsense.
Look right here, I caught me an octopus. He's a wiggler.
He is wiggling a lot, actually. He's trying to bite you. As
How much,
impotent as that is.
I did hit him, so we need to establish if he took the damage or not.
Well, were you trying to punch him or were you trying to grab him?
Punch him.
Okay.
It's both. Basically, I take a massive swing,
Okay,
I hit
so
you, pick you
You
up.
have hit him with your strength-based attack.
Yes, I have.
Right. Now he rolls toughness to resist the harm. This to soak the damage.
Alright.
The damage resist roll.
Well, the damage is resistible, yes.
I
Same
don't see
way
a
that-
helpless thing on here.
That is probably because helpless is a combined condition that I didn't bother making because it is only made up of basic conditions. 1 second.
It's just a lot of conditions, so just look up helpless and just start stacking.
Okie dokie. Have you rolled the damage thing yet?
I don't think I do. It's just a set amount of damage. It's just damage 18, it says. So
okay,
what's
18.
the DC then? Is the DC just the
So,
DC is
yeah,
just
the
damage?
DC is it. So now he rolls his
Toughness.
soak. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
And he does perfectly well.
yeah, he can't. It didn't take any damage, but he's stuck.
Yes, he's a little angry about it too. Just a bit.
Technically, does he have to drop the civilian?
That's a good question. Let's go look at the mechanics of grab.
Oh,
We're already in a multiple grapple situation. God damn it!
yeah, there is no helpless condition. 2 or more degrees leave your opponent defenseless, immobile, and impaired.
Okay. Alright.
And you'll...
Bound is a combination of one of those, isn't it?
Bound is the combination of those. So if you have bound
Okay.
set on him, he's bound.
Yes, he is bound.
I'm gonna guess it means he has to drop his quarry. No.
If you're
Well,
unable to
logic
take
says
the free action to maintain the hold, the target is automatically released.
So on his turn, he'll probably have to drop unless he can get out. Alright.
Yes. Unless he can get out, he will have to drop the person at the end of his turn.
Good goddamn luck. Oh yeah, my turn is finished. Yes.
Oh, Mega!
If Janine was in control right now, she'd probably try to stop him non-lethally. As she's not, I'm going to teleport 60 feet directly up.
And start hurling nuclear blasts.
Pretty much. I'm just, yeah, there's nothing around him.
Godzilla
I'm
beam.
going to, I'm going to hit him with a strong nuclear blast.
Lovely.
The Godzilla theme music begins to play.
So he gets... I'm just looking this up just a sec. So first, he gets a dodge with a... Sorry, this is... Potential targets in the area are permitted a dodge resistance check with a DC of 10 plus effect rank. The rank is 7, so he gets a dodge resistance check with a DC of 17 to avoid that.
His defense class dodge is enough to beat that on its own, unfortunately.
Okay, reflecting ducking. A successful resistance check reduces the area effect to half its normal rank against that target.
Okay.
Just looking up my actual thing.
Dodge
Okay,
effect
so-
rank 7. Okay.
So yeah, rank 7. So he gets Fortitude with a DC of
Half ranks now,
14.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And half ranks round up in this game. So
That is
DC
his
is
exact
14.
fortitude. That is his... Wait, fortitude or toughness?
Fort.
Okay, that is his exact fortitude, so we'll see if he rolls 1. Although, in this case, it's just a +4. And he rolls a 14, okay.
Oh,
Hmm.
if he's rolling it, it's just +4, isn't he? Unless he actually has
Yes.
14 in his Fortitude.
Yes, this is +4. That's what I rolled.
Okay.
He just rolled 10, so.
Yes, it just happened to be a 14 still. Does
Is
that
it-
mean nothing happens, or does something still happen?
Yeah. Does I'm not sure if meeting it beats it in this game or not.
My initial assumption would be yes, but I'll double check.
Well, if it's basically like a DC,
Some games,
it would be
like
yes.
the World of Darkness, is meat doesn't beat. So there's games where it's not. So.
That sounds amusing. Meat doesn't beat.
Unfortunately, that's the kind of thing that's annoying to find.
Oh, actually, I think it's a degrees of failure thing because it's damage.
Yeah, let's find that degrees of failure then.
Okay, so yeah, so the damage has no effect. Okay.
He
Oh.
successfully dodges and
Okay,
ignores your
pause.
attack.
Pause a second. I've been looking this up because I've been trying to figure out because it feels like we were doing something wrong and I'm correct. Okay, when you make a resistance check, like a damage, so your toughness versus damage, it's damage rank plus 15.
Yes.
So
We
We're
have
doing
done
that.
that.
Are we doing that right?
Yep.
I
However,
haven't
Then
done
what I
then my damage rank should be 18 plus 15. He would not have resisted that crap.
Do you want to go back and
Hold
fix
up.
it, or just have it
Is
for next time?
does it say
Yeah,
the
next time's fine.
DC
I'm
is
just- It's
18?
fine. I have him.
Yeah, what does it say for your damage?
Well, if including that 15, it's supposed to have.
No, 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 no,
18
no, no,
plus-
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
Where?
Well,
How did you calculate that 18?
well, I have 5 from his specific power to increase the damage of his punching,
Okay.
and then there's the other 13. Yeah, 13 from strength, raw strength, and there you go.
Okay. So the strength-based attack punch.
It's basically an unarmed attack with the improved power, extra damage. That's all it is.
Okay, then yes, you do add the 15 to that. Because that
So-
is the
Yep.
rank of your damage. His DC is the rank plus 15.
Okay,
You'd
so
be
my rank
very
is 18.
careful about not squishing people.
I was careful this time. I might not be in the future. Gotcha.
All right.
Okay, I just blurg.
And
We're all
also,
learning.
I'm reading in I'm reading in the action adventure section. The dodge and parry are our active defenses, and we just roll against their defense class, the defense plus 10. All the others are rolled by the target. They don't use the defense class unless the attack specifically says it does.
Okay, so leave the dodge and parry as what it says on the tokens.
Yeah, no need to roll it every time they're attacked with it.
Okay, so it's like AC.
Yes.
Oh, so
Alright.
wait, when I'm rolling, so I roll the dodge against it.
If if you're
never roll
if you're
dodge.
attacking something, if you're attacking someone with something that attacks their dodge, then it's just against their defense class.
I have a 10 dodge, and if you rolled 12, you've hit me. Simple as that.
So does that include my area effects then?
Area effects actually have a set DC. I know this because I have one myself. It's literally a set DC based on the rank. For example, where's mine?
Yeah, potential targets
flamethrower.
in the area are permitted to dodge resistance check 10 plus effect rank. Okay, so
Yeah.
they roll that. I gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a different thing.
Okay, dope.
All right, carry on.
Carry on with our flailings. We're super, what?
Octoman is going to try to get the hell out of your hand.
Good fucking luck, son.
Now, I know it's a move action to do that,
Yeah, go ahead, try.
but I don't know what the exact roll is.
I think it's the
An
same
escape
as...
move. To escape
yeah,
from a
yes.
successful grab, make a check if you're athletics or acrobatics against the routine check result of your opponent's grab effect rank. So 10 plus his effect rank.
Right.
So your 28 is what you're aiming for, then.
Lovely. Athletics or acrobatics? Okay, which are you better at, Octoman?
Neither. I'm terrible at everything.
He does not actually have those, so yeah.
You would use his base rank is agility or dexterity, one or the other.
Also remember, right now he is immobile, which just means he cannot take a move action. Impaired,
He can still attempt to escape, though.
which means he
escape
takes
is
a
different.
-2 on all checks.
Okay.
And what's the third one? Defenseless, which means his active defense bonuses are 0.
Fun. So yeah, you can just hit him as much as you want.
I want to use him like a punching bag unless this guy stops doing what he's doing.
So yeah, he's gonna try and wiggle his way out of your grasp, but there's basically no chance of him doing so. But I'll roll it
Nat
anyway.
20s happen.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, look at that. Nat 20. He's out.
Yes, which means
'Kay.
he is running the fuck away.
Right now,
Son
you
of a
said
bitch.
you said that the routine check result for your grab is 28.
Correct.
Okay, so he rolled a 20, which means it is at least one success. However,
So he
his
goes down from
23
being...
no. But however, his 23 is not at least is not at least the actual check, so he only succeeds by 1 degree of success. If his nat
So,
20 also happened to be higher than a degree of normal success, then he gets an additional rank of success.
Okay.
What he's saying is his successes cancel out his failures, or whatever, my successes, whatever you want to call it. So he's beaten the first ones handily, which means he's no longer helpless, yada yada, but he's still grabbed because he couldn't reach the
Nope, no.
point.
He has succeeded, but if this was something where the degree of his success mattered, he has only
Yeah,
gotten 1 success.
Okay,
As it is,
okay.
he has still escaped from you.
Okay, well,
He can only move 15 feet away from you, but he has escaped from you.
I'm gonna chase your ass down, son. I mean, this isn't gonna work out for you, and I'm gonna stop throwing.
And he is keeping the civilian.
Yep.
Get the fuck back here with that. That's mine.
Okay, so
I did ask you to go
The-
handle the knife.
yes, the
You think I can grab a knife with these hands? I'd have a piece of polarized metal, maybe.
Or, the civilian's head.
Yeah, it depends.
Well, that guy isn't. He certainly isn't being slowed by anything. He certainly doesn't have any reason to not carry through with that threat. And well, it's not like he did it to say nobody move or this guy gets it. So
Slippery, get on back here.
Yeah, he's just been a bit busy running from the Duke to do anything with that knife yet.
I'm
yeah.
used to that.
All right. I'm definitely not getting through that grinder wall anytime soon. So muttering something foul about civic duties, etc. Oh, for Christ's sake.
That makes it difficult for you to reach that knife.
Yeah.
Spray bullets at him.
All right. So. Uh-huh. Well, this injured civilian's on the ground, isn't he?
Yes, he's covered partly by rubble, but he's just there on the ground.
Good. The rubble will deflect bullets if I happen to do very poorly at this anyway. Those grinders are interposed twixt me and him, yes?
Yes,
Time
they
to
are where that drawing is.
find out how solid they are.
Oh boy. Well, you beat his passive dodge.
All right.
I want you to roll me something. Where is it?
Probably a will.
Awareness
No,
to recognize
actually.
things like that. If
Eh,
it's an illusion.
I want insight.
Insight. Insight is something that an early version of Alan poured into, but when I came finally down to it, I had to fall towards expertise being more important. So, insight.
18. You are lucky because that meets the DC, and we're going to say that succeeds. So yes, you are noticing that your bullets are going straight through those grinders and are likely not an actual physical thing.
Okay.
And you have successfully hit the druggie.
All right. Remember his damage resist roll gets a
Yes.
-2 if I had 2 degrees, and -5 if I have 3
You
degrees.
have a victory of 6, so yeah, that's 2 degrees, so -2. And what is your damage DC?
19,
a
unfortunately.
19. So yes, he does not get hurt. You wing him a bit, and he seems very startled. but he's not injured, really.
Okay.
You have figured out that those are not real grinders.
Doesn't mean anything about this knife, though.
No, it does not.
All right. I have successfully distracted him. Carry on.
Now, Omega was 60 feet straight up, yes?
Yep.
Then she's very much in range of Lord Etheric to glare at her and assume that she still has a brain while being made of electricity, and continue to point a hand at her. And try to make her head hurt. Now, his Psychic Blast is an attack of... Not much, actually. He doesn't have the best aim.
I'm guessing this guy watched a lot of Kids in the Hall growing up.
But he rolls a nat 20.
That's a success.
That is a success by how much? Although it doesn't actually matter for him, I don't think.
And don't know.
Well,
Nah.
if
We
if
don't
it-
know what effect you're using, so.
if a 21 meets or exceeds... Oh, hold on. Is this resisted by will?
I am checking that right now.
So
We don't
she...
know if
It
he's
is
pushing
resisted by
or-
will, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so she makes that, and we determine the difference between those as
Yes.
the contest result.
Make a will check at your +6. Not so good. Oh boy.
Perp.
Okay, so...
that's really not good.
So that is a difference of less than 15, so it's it is only 3 degrees of success,
Only 3.
plus 1 because it was a nat 20. So how does 4 degrees of success do with his attack?
You're launched into space.
It does not
And you're
move
fine.
people.
No. In fact, if I remember
It's
right,
about
most of
just the
these...
attack. I'm wondering what it does. That was not like, the DC for the damage.
Depends what he's trying to do. You just
I'm not sure if it does anything more than, yeah, it hits her.
well, if the effect was you're stuck in place, it would be you're knocked the fuck out.
It's
I guess.
just a damage attack.
Oh.
Okay.
Lots of on.
All right, then in that case, yes, it has hit, and if it's just damaging, then now Brad rolls resistance against it, using the appropriate trait.
It is will again. So roll another will check, and hope you get better this time. Slightly better, but given that it adds 15 to his rank of...
That's only for damage.
Yes, this is what I'm doing.
This is the resist check.
Yes.
This is
Sorry.
That is a damage, that is a DC of 23.
Okay, so 2 degrees.
Yes. Daze until the end of the next turn, and a bruise.
yeah.
Oh, there is a damage button.
There you go. You have a dazed little pink circle on you.
Yeah, where's
It's
the
very
stuff about
attractive.
degrees of damage?
Well, it has it on the damage effect page. I'm not sure where else it is.
It's like bruised, heavily bruised. No. Inhibited, I think is the next one. Yeah, screw it.
You only take a -1 from each penalty, unless you 4 degrees of failure. They're just cumulative.
Mm-hmm.
But you are dazed.
Which is a different effect, which is annoying.
Yeah, but I'm not getting why he's doing math for how many degrees of failure something is and where that comes from.
Oh,
Scroll down to damage resistance check. Little less than halfway down.
what it is, you add 15 to the DC, to the effect rank of whatever the power is doing damage, which in this case is an 8 ranks for him. So it's a total of 23. That's the DC you to beat. And because it's a psychic power, you resist it with will.
Instead of toughness. For every 5 that you fall short of the DC, that's considered a degree of failure.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay.
So less than it, 1 degree. Less than it minus 5, 2 degrees. So you are dazed till the end of next turn, and -1 circumstance penalty to further checks against damage.
So dazed means you are limited to free actions and a single standard action per turn.
But only until the end of your next turn.
Yes, as soon as you get to there, it's gone. He is very pleased by the look that got on your face. If you had one, though you can still tell it did something. And
Well, my eyes started glowing red, so yes.
And he will continue to fly away, because screw all of you.
Screw him too.
Just a quick check. What's his flight? He has flight 8. That's 500 miles per hour. He can basically go anywhere within this zone.
You can leave.
Gone.
Boom.
He's not leaving, but he's definitely staying away from you. He wants to be safe while killing you.
Of course.
Yeah. Druggy over here is very...
Well, he should have moved further then.
Yeah, well, he is arrogant.
Arrogant and not quite fully aware of all your powers.
Little bit. Druggy over here is confused and still angry. He is very angry. How do I get rid of a drawing?
Erase tool.
There it is, yeah.
Yep.
So those grinders disappear, the knife does not. And Druggy points a finger at Alan.
Cursed.
Yeah, fun times for everyone.
Out comes a wave of water.
No, I have a feeling that'd be a little easy to take care of. And that'd actually be helpful with all the fires around.
Except, Alan would crap himself.
Well, yes. No, he shoots a blast of lasers out of his hand.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yes.
Just lasers. Pew.
And laser
Yes.
figures.
And he seems to actually know what he's doing with them. Though that still does not beat Alan's dodge.
Combat roll.
Fuck, shit, light everywhere, holy crap.
He continues to be angry and will keep moving away because mostly of the Red Duke, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of scary, yes.
He'll move over here and kind of turn towards that injured civilian.
Oh, for crap's sake.
That's what I keep saying. Okay, no, Mr. Nice Guy. This time I'm punching the fucker, and I'm going to put him through a wall.
He will
You know,
drag
he-
the civilian with him in that scenario.
Well, I never said he'd not leave behind his tentacles. I'm punching him so hard his tentacles stay in place. The rest of him goes over there.
I'm not entirely sure you can do that, unless you want to actually rip them off of him.
Alright, is he going
That
to try and dodge
definitely
that one?
hits.
Okay, the resist rank is 15 plus 18. I don't know what that is off the top of my head
33.
for some reason. Thank you.
If
30
he
resist
gets
rank.
if he gets a 20, which he does not, that's a whole lot of failures.
Yeah, that's a lot of degrees of failure.
That is 4 degrees.
He is knocked the fuck out.
Thump. I basically whack him over top of the head like a whack-a-mole, and he goes about, 3 or 4 feet down.
Yeah, how exactly are you hitting him? On the head?
Yeah, over top on the head.
Okay,
Like a
so
whack-a-mole.
he's
Thumb.
not gonna go anywhere, you're just pounding him into the ground.
Yep.
Congratulations, he is out of this.
Slippery bastard.
There's an incapacitated button over there.
Ah, so there is. Ta-da! The civilian he was carrying kind of drops to the ground, and they're still unconscious, and their head kind of hits it with a thunk.
Sorry. That's my turn.
Note to self. Full automatic pillow launcher.
Nope, 2-7. Gets like a little recording device.
Alright, Omega, you have 3 actions and 1 standard.
Fucker's in line of sight to me, right?
Yeah, you guys are flying. You're way
Yeah.
up there.
Depends on how much range you have, but you can definitely see him.
Okay.
I'm going to use what's going to end up being my signature power, probably, to create a force bubble that stretches out in a thin line from my hand, and then stretches out in a bubble around him.
So you were trying to trap him.
Yes.
Bubble powers, go!
I have 24 ranks, but it maxes out at 10 when you're making attacks. So
I'm assuming this is a dodge to get away from it.
yeah, so I
This is-
max ranks on a dodge. Requires an attack check against the target's dodge.
Yep.
This is create, I'm assuming.
Yep, it's force wall, which is a create effect. Yeah.
Okay.
I have 24 ranks in it, but the max you can get on any attack roll is 10 at our power level. So.
It does say you need to dodge resistance checks. There's also something to roll.
Yep. So first I roll my. Just d20 plus the rank, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Oof.
That's hard. That's harsh.
I
Well,
haven't done anything this battle. That's bullshit.
I will roll his dodge resistance check since it specifically asked for that. Well,
Wow. That's impossible. You win by virtue of failing slightly less than he does.
pretty
Wow.
much, yeah. Congratulations.
I have trapped a dude by sheer him being worse at rolling than me.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's pretty much it. No, it's not even roll. It's not rolling. You both rolled equally failures. You're
I
slightly
just have a
more
higher
skilled.
rank stat. Yes.
This is a contest of pure skill, and you won in the failure arena.
Well, good. He's
Congratulations.
trapped inside my force bubble. That extends right from. Just imagine it as a straight rope that goes from my hand and goes into a large bubble around him.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
like the Green Lantern ring thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my force effects are close range. They have to start at me.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
But it
That
has
did
a
not
large
stick
enough.
around.
It has a large enough volume to
But it's
stretch
completely
out to there.
shapeable.
Gotcha.
I get to use its full. I might only be able to use 10 of its attack ranks, but I get to use its full volume rank.
So which would be the whole, the Green Lantern
Which-
thing where they
which-
beam something and
Yeah,
there's
which at the volume rank I have is 15 million cubic feet. I shouldn't ever need to worry about actually calculating it.
This drawing does not want to stick around.
What
Screw
layer are
I
you
don't
putting it
wanna
on?
exist.
Token.
It should stick around.
Did you turn off the erase button? You have to turn it off and on. It's like a switch.
It should be.
Well, if it's colored, it's on. So
Wow. Well, there you go.
it's a
then.
pain in the butt. I know.
There we go.
Hey.
He is in a bubble.
Build my bubble.
I assume if
course, I
anyone
have
else
to
runs
concentrate.
into that, it's still a force bubble.
Yeah, it's still
yeah,
there.
It's an object.
Okay.
It's not actually taking up all that space. It's a very
Yeah, it's a
thin.
thin.
It's a very
Yeah,
thin
it's
line
just,
that goes out to him. Yeah.
Just to remind us that it's there.
Purely
But
for
yeah,
the sake
other
of-
people can damage it if they want, and it still has the feedback thing on it. So
Probably shouldn't do that, but then none of you know who this person is.
Well, she's trapped the whiny asshole, so I'm cool with her so far.
unfortunately, that's a concentration power.
Well,
Okay.
you took one guy out of the fight effectively. I don't know if he can get out.
Your days now ends, by the way, as soon as you declare end of turn.
Yes.
Yeah, end of turn.
I will go ahead and clear that. Octman.
I don't know
out.
what I'm gonna do with him now that I have him trapped. But
All right. He's over there. He's paying attention to that guy, but there's still a knife floating over this one's head.
Yes. Whether
need-
it's illusion or not.
Yeah. I have
It
to
is
find
lasers,
out
which
whether
were
it's
very real.
whether it's illusory or not. So, waltz over in that direction and just wave the barrel of my gun through it.
Make an insight check.
You're good at this.
No, I'm lucky at that.
Right. His.
There's a difference.
Yes, someday that's going to roll a 4.
Aw.
What does it make his DC? 10 plus rank? You actually fail. So the knife moves with your gun clinking it, but it generally just floats there.
Might want to grab the knife.
It certainly looks pointy.
If it feels solid, then fine.
It moved, is
Yep.
all I'm going to say.
Okay. Then I am going to grab it with my other hand and use my matter canning on it. I want to identify what this is.
Now you know it's an illusion. What I'm saying is that Lightshow moved it when you tried to touch it with your gun. Now that you're trying to grab it, it's an illusion. Yeah, your hand goes straight through it.
Okay.
And you immediately matter sense that it is, smoke, likely.
Actually, it's more the matter since there's nothing there. What are you trying to sense?
Your palm.
All right, so
Oxygen.
that confirms that it is just illusory. Maybe he could coordinate it with an attack, but now I know I can ignore this knife. Unfortunately, that's my turn.
Yeah. The knife vanishes, though, when you put your hand through it. There's no point in him leaving it there now. It did its job. It distracted you.
Hold up, he's not looking this direction?
Okay, fair enough, yeah. Knife's still there.
Yeah, because that determines something else entirely.
Yeah, knife is still there, but it's an illusion.
Okay,
It still did its job.
right.
You probably grab it, turn it into smoke, and then be formed.
Sounds good.
Lord Etheric, as he is continuously calling himself and trying to get you to call him by the same name,
Good luck, son.
is angry.
I'm going to call him Puny Mortal.
Not nearly to the extent of what Octoman and Druggy over there are. Like, they're frothing at the mouths. He just
No,
seems...
Octoman's about 3 feet down, frothing at the mouth.
Well, yes, but he is still frothing. Lord Etheric over here just seems, stereotypical goth.
Kind of a petulant kind of angry.
Yeah, that whole why doesn't the world understand me angry. Which, to be fair, he does have superpowers now.
So, yeah, he's at least got a reason for it.
The reason chicks won't have sex with you is because you're not really a nice guy.
It's just that simple. Haha. You're funny.
So, he's going to glare back at Omega, especially since he just, hit her or something. And he is not going to test if his psychic powers can go through this force bubble. Which is up for debate, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of a weird situation.
Instead, he's going
I
to point
believe the object. I believe I have the selectable trait on it, so it blocks anything I don't want it to. I believe. So.
Okay. Instead, he's going to point his hand out again, and this time fire a blast of energy from it.
Oh, it provides me concealment from him.
He's just pointing it at the end of that tunnel. He's just pointing it away from him, basically.
Yeah, I was just looking up the exact game terms in it, and I'm providing concealment from him by it.
Now let's see. This is a ranged area damage.
I
people
believe
have
the
been
object
using-
should actually contain that. It can only. Yeah, he can only hit the object. He can't hit me.
That is kind of what he's trying to do. He's trying to blow a hole open in it.
Okay, no.
You people have been using the area effect. Any quick thing
let's
before I just look it up?
Well, you have to roll to hit things, but if it affects objects, the object's just affected by it. The object can't dodge it. But
It
has
is
an
an energy
object.
blast in this case, so it will
Okay.
affect objects.
Okay.
So yeah, it just rolls. I just rolled resistance against I just rolled the damage resistance of my barrier.
Yes.
Keep in mind that.
I suppose the pertinent question right now is, can he miss?
I don't think he can actually. I don't think he hits it either way. I don't think he can actually damage it though, because my toughness is 24, Unless he's got 10 in it, then he has a chance.
If your power's manifestation is damaged, I'm reading the feedback trait here. Make a resistance check against the attack's damage rank, using your effect's rank as the resistance check bonus.
That's good to know. But
Yeah, but that's only if the object is actually damaged in the first place.
yes. What do you have when you're creating?
24.
No, I mean, is it impervious? Is it?
No, it's just 24. It's just
Okay.
just
toughness.
selective. Yeah. So it's just normal toughness.
Okay.
24 toughness because it gets all of that.
Can he beat that? If he gets a 20. Yeah. There are a few other rolls besides a 20 that'll beat it too. So actually, hang on. Right, is what does it do for this? It's just his damage DC versus the toughness?
Sorry, so we're assuming that it does hit, yes?
Yeah,
my-
because it's
no,
an area
my-
attack and it's also selective, so he can just fire it straight on himself and choose not to hurt himself.
No, I roll a toughness damage rank plus 15. Against
Yes,
his
that-
damage rank plus
That's
15, yeah.
once we've determined that your manifestation is taking damage, it and you, because it's feedback, take damage. So
No, it can't dodge the area effect.
Correct.
So now it rolls its toughness resistance.
yes, I just wanted to confirm that we're not talking about it trying to avoid it, we're talking about it resisting it.
Yeah. So, and then if it doesn't resist all of the damage, then it takes damage, and then I take damage.
Right, we're seeing it's halved because of area or not.
Yeah, but no, objects can't avoid area effects.
Okay, so then it just takes damage. Okay.
Yeah,
the
you can't
DC
have
for
it
his
'cause-
damage.
So I just roll my roll my object's toughness versus his damage effect. 15 plus his
Yes.
damage effect rank.
Yes.
Yes. Which is
Looks like a 23.
beaten. Handily so.
Yeah, that's why I didn't mind putting the feedback on it.
Yes, he's a little angry about this now. So now that that's utterly failed, with the green blast kind of fizzling against the walls, he's going to fly down it to.
Oh, he
be-
can't. It's a thin line.
Thin
It's
up
trapped
till
in
it
a
reaches
tiny
him?
bottle. Yeah.
All right, then yeah.
Think
he's
Green
going
Lantern.
to-
Think Green Lantern.
He's going to hover impotently and glare at you.
Wow, you have been defeated. That was fast.
Yeah, except the problem is this is a distracting concentration effect.
So you're just gonna float there.
Yeah, I pretty much took my plan with this power was to use it to like create walls if civilians were in danger and stuff.
Well, you've caught him. That's something. As long as we handle
Yeah,
the third
except I
one,
don't know what to do with them now.
lower him to my level, put it down,
So,
and I punch him.
I can't. It can't move.
Okay, I'll get up there in like an
So,
hour.
This effect is stuck there as long as I sustain it. And that's
Now it's Light
concentration.
Show's turn, and he's noticed this whole bubble thing going on. So he turns away from whatever he was planning with the civilian, moves about this far that direction, and the civilians who happen to be watching the battle kind of edge away from him.
Well, I am bumping my theme music, so it is a warning sign to if you're staying close, you can't sue me.
And he points a finger at Omega.
Pooples.
Hey, that's rude.
Yes,
It's the middle
pointing
one.
is rude. So you said you were what while you're maintaining this?
I'm distracted. I'm vulnerable. I don't get my active defenses.
Go ahead and
By the
stick
way, I just like to
vulnerable on
announce
you.
this is really thematically cool.
Yeah, you halve your active defense.
Oh,
You're
yeah, sorry.
vulnerable, not defenseless.
So yes, he is going to shoot at you with a laser.
This is the most thematically cool fight I've seen in a while.
Mutants and Masterminds does do that.
I don't know what that's against.
That would
Dodge.
be against your dodge, but does that?
That's
If-
a half my. That would be 13 then. That halves my.
It halves the
Base,
bonus,
right?
not the 10 plus the bonus.
Then that meets it.
Does that mean?
I mean,
We
he's
determined
successfully
that means nothing happens because it's not a degree of failure. You exactly met it.
Yes, it's exactly met it. That's the first degree of success. he has
So
Okay,
nothing
then, yeah.
special happens. He just
Okay,
gets
I
to.
gotcha.
You managed to twist out of the way. Congratulations. Light Show looks very fucking pissed.
No,
No, it
apparently
it
the
it,
attack
it
hit.
is a hit.
So we
Oh,
move on to
alright.
whatever
Meat is beef.
resistance is now.
Meat is
Okay.
hit.
Then
So-
yes, lasers.
So you need to roll resistance against whatever his damage rank is, or damage rank
Yes.
plus 15.
So toughness resistance, or
Yeah, that'd be. Tough.
Yes. In this case, it is toughness.
I mean, it's a laser.
okay, that would be a 6 then.
Well, no,
So
you
you
All of
roll
my
a 20.
defenses, all of my defenses are 6 except for fighting.
but does vulnerable decrease that one too?
Yeah, so that would be +3.
And you also take a -1 because of your 1 bruise.
So plus 2. So d20 plus 2. Hope you roll that 20.
Well, you rolled
17.
pretty high.
Hmm.
His DC is 8 plus 15, so 23.
Mm.
That looks
so,
like 2 degrees of failure. Yeah, that is-
2. Yeah,
That
exactly
is 2
2.
degrees of failure. So you take
Okay.
another bruise. And you are dazed again.
And I have a +1 circumstance penalty to further checks against damage.
Yes, now you will take a -2 on all of those instead of just a -1.
Stop tanking. That's my job.
To-do.
Okay.
I'll admit, I was not expecting Light Show to be the most successful of this group.
Mm.
Yeah, that's exactly my movement. So, hi guy.
Please kill him for me.
Boom.
Stop hurting
Swish
folks.
and a miss.
That's my job.
So, that misses dodge.
His
Alright.
dodge, his
He's
default
really insane.
dodge is 22.
Yeah, well, swoof.
You go right through where his head used to be.
Damn it. Damn, you're slippery. Hold still.
Now, when you hit to sustain it, is that just one standard action?
Yeah, concentration to sustain it is a standard.
Then yeah, you can still sustain, or you can do something else. Up to you.
I can't really. There's nothing else I can really do unless I can take my full turn. So, yeah, I'm just gonna sustain that.
Okie dokie.
I suppose I
Aquaman
can.
is
Oh,
still out.
actually,
Or what? You do have free actions, yeah.
no. Actually, I have enough rank that I can dismiss that and make it, and use a standard to make 2 bubbles to get both of them.
Okay. Go ahead then.
So yeah, and I have enough rank, so they both take these. So I'm going to attack them both again at max rank of 10, 1d20 plus versus their dodge.
Is that an attack on both of them or just one of them?
That's attack against both of them, and I got a fucking 1 again.
Yeah, they both dodge that.
I give up. I quit this game.
Well, you have let him out of the bubble now.
Yep.
That's my turn.
Yep, Octoman is out. Alan.
All right.
This light show guy is a slippery son of a gun.
Yeah, he doesn't like being hit.
Yeah, he's gonna.
No one
Throw it
does.
And he has some experience running from authority figures.
You can't. Okay, let's start the fucking Penny Hills music, son. I can turn into a truck. How fast can you run?
Yay!
Yeah, his guy is just like running around like a cop. Oh, that's funny.
All right. I see that Etheric has gotten loose somehow. No idea how, but I'm going to get at the cover of this building here and
He is on the roof.
Yes,
Okay.
with the intention that he's been flying about. So if he flies around anywhere in my line of, I would like to take a pot shot at him. Is my
Okie
readied
dokie.
action.
All right then.
Proceed.
And he's been a bit busy, so he has not noticed you moved. So you're going to get that pot shot pretty quick, because he is getting away from the electricity lady. And as thankful as he is to Light Show for getting him out of the bubble, kind of, they aren't exactly working together very well.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to fly right above you,
Do.
and you get a shot. And that definitely hits. Okay, wow. His dodge is only an 18.
Okay. So that's 3 degrees. His damage resist gets a -5 on it.
Lovely. He does have a 10 toughness, though. He is...
That looks like you did take the 5 out of it already.
Yes, because he has a toughness 10 by default. So, what is the DC of the damage? It's 4 plus 15.
19.
Yeah, so he you shoot lots of holes in his clothing.
You guys
So
got
he's-
lucky on that one.
Yes, he got very lucky on that one. Mostly, you get him to glare at you.
But 5 bullets straight up someone's ass and they don't even blink.
Well, to be fair, he did blink. He kind of squawked a bit.
What?
Bit of a ah!
Oh, it was funny.
But now he's a bit annoyed with you, and now he's going to point the hand down at you.
Yeah,
Boy.
poop.
Something I'm not sure about. I think you do still get a dodge to avoid it. It's just the damage that's resisted by will.
Okay.
So he's going to roll.
You ever see those movies where
Looks
mental
like-
blast is like shown as like a rippling on the air thing, and when you like roll out of the way, it's like an explosion, and like the wall crumbles or something like that. That's how I always picture it.
That is his roll, and he fails to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
He curses in kind of juvenile. He seems to have very limited vocabulary.
Don't say.
Meanwhile, Light Show very much wants to get away from the Red Duke.
And nobody blamed him.
Nope, not even the Duke.
Unfortunately, it seems like he doesn't have any powers that particularly let him run. So he will
Let's get in a
just,
boxing match, son. Here, I'll climb out of my mech. Let's just fucking do this.
Here's a quick check. Does he have any athletics? He does not. Is athletics agility or dexterity?
Agility.
And he just rolls a
Dexterity is hand
d20.
stuff.
He just rolls a d20 to see if he can double his move.
You can roll 15 like anyone else.
He does
No.
not. So he's just going to run away. His standard 30 feet of movement. And he's going to turn back around and continue to make things. Whether the Red Duke was paying attention when it was revealed these were illusions or not, I'm not sure.
Vaguely.
He's seen them disappear in the meantime. May not know
Yep.
why.
This is true. He's going to make a giant whirring saw blade coming out of the ground.
Alright.
Generally just covering that area.
Yeah, okay. So it's like a
Not
big
the most
blade.
strategically minded, but he is still a drug addict.
Alright.
The Duke now has a chance to punch him again.
Snow
Howdy.
Flame knows no tactics.
Snow flame only knows snow. That was a 28.
You do actually hit him.
Alright. The resist difficulty is still 33.
He's not going to have a fun time with that.
No, he's not. If he fails, he's grabbed, but he might just be out like a light bulb, so, you know.
Yeah, he's definitely not gonna have a fun time with that. That yeah, he's out.
Bump.
How do you
Much
knock him
bump
out?
on. This time I do a much lighter, like quick sort of rabbit bump on the head. I know he's not the tentacle guy, so he's not going to survive being plowed into the earth. So I'm just going to kind of clunk him on the head real fast.
Yeah, he keels over with a pretty nasty bruise. You might have heard a crunch.
Hell. Well, I'll pay for his doctor's visit, I guess. Maybe. Did threaten a man
And
with a
of
knife.
course, let me get both of those states off of you because you are not either of those anymore. Omega. And yes, his illusions vanish.
Poof. The crowd cheers. Woo!
You seem just a bit more startled that it's happening right next to them, really.
Hmm.
What will Omega do? There's only one combatant left.
I have my full moves again, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're full. All you have is the bruises to bother you.
Okay, I'm going to teleport.
Bamp.
Hello.
He continues cursing.
I thought I destroyed you.
Are you going to be trying to jail him again?
Into jail.
I suppose that is a yes.
No, I'm trying to figure something out.
He might be
Trying
doing his.
I'm trying to lay a
radiation.
template.
Yeah, I think
Trying
he's
to
doing
lay a
his radiation.
template without hitting wireframe.
Well, you're up in the air, and so is he. So unless
No, I'm
the
not. I
temple-
teleported down to the ground.
Oh, okay.
Lord
I'm
Etheric
standing
is in
now.
the air, so you can aim up.
How far in the air is he?
Say 20 feet.
Okay. Well, I'm blasting a 120-foot cone up at him.
Yeah, you can aim
Of
that up without
what,
hitting. You're close
exactly?
enough.
Is it just a great big energy blast, or is it what?
I think it's just his radiation ray, but I don't know. Could be lightning. It's got a lot of powers.
Gravitic blast. I'm
Oh,
going to
bye.
blast. I'm going to blast him and everything within this radius that weighs 12 tons or less backwards straight until.
I'm assuming you're aiming that up
imminent
so you don't
cram.
squash civilians out of existence.
Yeah.
I'm aiming it up at him. Yeah.
Okay,
So
what is the check
remember,
for that?
there's
Fortitude resists.
fortitude resists because it's an area. Fortitude to see if it halves, and then fortitude resists.
So 2 fort saves, one after the other.
The DCs for them are 19. The rank is 9, so the DC would be 19.
Well, he succeeds against the effect because he rolled a nat 20 on his second fort save.
And so no, it's not halved, but he definitely succeeded. So he did. So I don't know what happens.
Is there any effect they get when they succeed on the second save, or does just nothing happen?
Well, it's fort negates, but there is. But I did do uncontrolled link. I did link an uncontrolled 8 ranks of damage to it. So if you feel something should fly into him, he can take another resistance to see if he avoids damage from it.
Considering you're aiming up, there's not much for him to run into.
Unless it's a seagull, that'd be funny.
I'm pretty sure the birds were scared away by all the explosions.
Me too. Or they're mutant terrible super birds.
So it seems like Lord Etheric gets away from this without any damage.
Lucky bastard. He's been rolling 20s constantly.
He has. Is there anything else Omega is going to do?
Curse. Loudly.
That would be fitting.
Be pissed off that I haven't done anything this whole battle. Yeah, I'm done.
But you put him in a bubble, it didn't work out.
I shouldn't have
Command
put
is
him in
down.
the bubble. We didn't do that right.
Alan,
So where is Lord Etheric now?
he's
20 feet above
managed
your
to
head.
stay floating in the same place.
Right.
Probably chunks of his clothes got ripped off because they had holes in it.
Yes, he's very windswept, but he's managed to stay still mostly because he can fly.
His hair is just ruined.
Oh yeah. You can be sure he'll be making a live journal about that.
Yep.
Okay. Hmm. Well, my gun has been having about as much effect on people as, well, guns have on people who don't have to worry about bullets. So, I need to invoke some force multipliers. Move action, matter sense. I'm going to feel around under the sidewalk. Are there any water or steam pipes in about a 10-foot radius around me under the ground?
Well, you are lucky enough to be right next to a cafe, so yes, there is a water pipe.
Okay. Let's see here. City water pressure isn't usually too great. And actually, now that I think about it, if this city is all the way out over here on the west coast, citywide steam isn't a very common thing out here.
No.
No.
All right.
You're gonna find water pipes, but you ain't gonna find any kind of steam pipe most of the time.
Mm-hmm. I'm just a touch too close to ground zero for too much for too much variety in things.
So no spout of lava, unfortunately.
I wasn't so much thinking lava.
And he'd have to, touch lava at some point.
Yeah, that
How does one do that?
you don't. You don't.
Unless you want to lose the hand, I guess.
And the lungs attached to it.
Your lungs are
arm
in your
would
hand?
melt- Your arm would melt before you could touch the lava.
Well, the skin the skin would burn from the air. Unfortunately, anything with as much carbon as humans do doesn't melt. It chars.
Well, it would look like it's melting when you're doing it.
Oh yeah, it would fall from the bones.
Like Indiana Jones.
He's 20 foot up. Is he still level with the rooftop?
Yes.
Okay. One thing I have not been entirely sure about in this particular rule set, does something equivalent to a 5-foot step exist?
I've been unsure about that too.
I don't think so. I think you just have
Me
your
neither.
movements.
Yeah,
Just
and the
move or you
problem that
don't.
arises is you have used a move action already.
Yes. Well, I've used my matter sense. All right. So yeah, movement only comes from movement actions. Alrighty.
So yeah, you are stuck where you are for now, unless you want to use standard as a move as well.
Mm-hmm.
Transform the air into lead.
Well, I'm all well nice and down here, and this roof goes most of the way to him. So I'm gonna put a hand on the wall and improvise a shaped charge up to the ceiling.
He's gonna blow the fucker out of this guy. Alright.
Interesting. Okay. I'm assuming it detonates immediately.
Yes.
Now, what exactly will that consist of?
So this is transformation. I'm using the shaped form of it so that I can make a thin tracer line from the point of contact up to a nice big bubble near the ceiling. I'm of course ducking my head as I do this.
As you should.
It should come out to effectively be an explosion with a damage rank equal to up to my transform rank, which is 8. That goes off and sends the corner of the roof here, heading in approximately his direction.
Okay.
That's awesome.
The
Yeah.
tricks of this,
Gambit.
that's all rule. The tricks of this is, what skills do you require me to have to do this properly?
As in create a shaped charge or to aim it?
Both.
To create a shaped charge. I have expertise in chemistry and physics for reasons like this.
Then that would cover it, in my opinion. But
Yeah, the expertise chemistry would be what I want.
Mhm.
yeah, it's like a bomb is made with chemistry, so there you go.
Physics, if you're trying to do anything more simple than blasting something right next to him at him. You
Yep.
don't need a degree in physics to know something's going to go that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This
You
expertise
just need to play pool.
this expertise is possessed.
Just roll it really quick. I just want to see if you get a 1. Okay, you got a 19. Yeah, you're perfectly fine.
Okay.
And you have obviously touched a shaped charge at some point in the past.
Yes.
Probably
So,
more
yes,
often than he's willing
you
to
are
admit.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Now the question is, does it go against his dodge? I suppose he would have a reflexive kind of thing to avoid the giant rubble coming at him.
If it's an
Yeah.
explosion, it would be an area, so he'd get the dodge to try and half, and then fort to save, I believe. Would be sensible.
I think it'd be straight toughness for damage.
Mm,
Yeah,
Mhm.
might be.
It's-
Yeah, that would make more sense. Yeah, toughness.
The only thing is, I have no idea what, according to the rules, I would use for the versus his dodge. Only for the damage
Power
resist.
level is basically the easiest way to do that. Your skill at making a charge is directly
The-
attributed to your powers.
I'd go with your transform rank.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like how powerful is the charge, how good, that kind of thing.
It is still an area effect, so
So yeah, like a dodge to half, and then a toughness to against the damage. Because boom.
so just roll
Oh.
to see what he needs to roll dodge to have. He rolled very well. So he takes the brunt of it.
Okay. You could rule that because some of the explosive has to be a lead up from me to the top of the roof, that it could be a my rank -1, the -1 being used to make the lead. So your call whether it's a rank
Yeah,
7.
go with that since you are including that in the design.
Okay, so a rank 7 damage of explosion at him.
So 15 plus 7.
Yes, 22.
22. Luckily, toughness is one of his good rolls. But he still fails it. By how much?
2 degrees.
Okay. So he takes a bruise. And he is dazed. And cursing wildly and getting rubble
Probably
off of his
spinning
clothing.
in the air.
I assume that is all of your turn.
That is.
Right. Well, very eloquently, Lord Etheric glares at everyone and says, "Fuck this, fuck you," and shoots off into the sky in a northerly direction.
Bam, gone.
Pretty much. He goes bye-bye.
Just imagine impotentably like flicking their fingers off and pull, like throwing them the bird, just like fuck this, fuck you, fuck this.
Basically, all of his curses are made off of some form of fuck. So,
Go fornicate in the forest.
You said he
It is-
has a movement rank of 17?
His movement rank is...
No, wait, that's per round, not per
he has
per
a flight
hour.
rank of 8. He has 500 miles per hour.
Yes.
If I spend If I want to be a dick, if I spend a full turn, I can keep up with him with teleport.
This is what I'm asking. Initiative remains if you were planning to chase him.
I'll
Or
chase
if you
him.
want-
I have to spend full turn. I have to spend full turns on my teleport to chase him, but I'll chase him.
It's either chase him or stay here and help with, the injured civilians and fire spreading everywhere and rubble everywhere.
I think the alien wants him dead.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Red Turk. I keep Light Show in hand. I pick him up.
I will keep Lord
Go.
Etheric over here just for convenience's sake.
Okay. I've picked up Light Show, and I'm going to put him neatly with Octoman. And I'm going to take something heavy, but not lethally heavy, and put it over them for now.
Like what?
I don't know what's nearby.
Not much. There's little planters of trees. There's the overhanging canopy of that place.
Oh,
There's
what am
also
I doing?
rubble around.
Okay, there should be a light post, right?
Sure. I don't actually
Okay.
see any of this
Tear
map,
that out of
but
the
yeah, light
yeah,
posts.
probably is one. I grab it, and I tie them up with it.
Okay. Yeah, your strength is... You can do that.
Yeah, I
don't
just
need to
do
check.
that. I just basic knot. Like, and it's not even a knot. It's more like I just sort of make it tight to where they can't just easily run
Sure.
away.
They're going to be out of it for a little bit, but that will definitely keep at least Light Show secure.
Yeah,
Not
I don't
so
know.
sure about
Aquaman might
Aqua,
just
dude.
eat him, so that's always a danger. But you know what? That asshole tried to kill someone, so yeah. Besides, the police
Yeah.
should be here any second now. Other than that, there's no way I'm going to keep up with the guy, so he's going to go around putting out fires first by throwing rubble on them and then getting people
You're
out
going
of
to
the rubble.
throw rubble on the fire?
I got to put
we
it
can
out.
save
I
that
have-
for a minute. Omega is apparently going to be chasing, so how are you
Yeah.
chasing?
Well, I have telescopic vision, so I can track him wherever he's going and teleport in front of him. I have a higher teleport rank than his flight rank.
Okay.
So I'm going to keep doing that until he stops.
You teleport in front of him. He blinks and continues to curse very monosyllabically at you.
I can keep this up all day. Yeah,
And he looks very visibly confused about what to do with this situation.
I have a million vision powers. I can track him wherever he goes.
Cannot escape. Turns around, flies a bit. Poof, he's in front of you. You cannot escape. Repeat forever.
I'm Bruce Campbell. The only problem is it takes me a full round. It's my full round to do that teleport. But yeah.
And then he flies away. Then you teleport in front of him again, and he flies away. Repeat forever.
What is the
Pretty
range in
much.
your? What is the range in your teleport?
I have rank 2, but extend puts it up another 8 ranks, so it's an effective rank 10 if I spend my move and standard doing it.
4 miles.
4 miles. Okay.
And he can go up to 500 miles an hour. So
He can
calculate
go.
that.
He can go a mile in the same
Yeah,
amount of
rank
time.
8. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can.
You can. You can always outrun him, basically.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything when you've done so. And by the time you are able to do something, he's too far away. So repeat forever.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna
popping
glare
up
at
directly
you.
in front of him every time.
Because Alan cannot chase, I'm going to skip over his turn for initiative at the moment.
In the
Because
meantime, with no other obvious threats, I'm going to put the gun back under my coat where it cannot be seen, and see if there's anything I can do to help dig people out from rubble and whatnot.
I shout at you to put out the
Yes.
fires, because that's something I have more trouble with than people to get over rubble. Like rubble, I can handle. Fire, I can make it worse.
Well, let's see. Before I get to Lord Etheric being chased down, there are a few things to handle. Well, there are the panicked groups of civilians still at the edge of the combat scene, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They are generally looking terrified.
As long as they don't run into fire like idiots.
It's up to you whether you want to try and comfort them or talk to them at all.
I prioritize saving those who need saving,
Okay.
not calming down crowds of people who honestly shouldn't even be there. So I'm going to prioritize getting people out of the rubble.
The heaviest rubble, you need to be able to lift at least 10 ranks of weight, which you can handle.
Yeah.
But Alan most certainly cannot.
I am going to...
Put out the fires,
what
please.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to head over to this... hydrant here.
Okay.
And
ahead.
I'm going to use small transmutes to pierce holes in it to try and get it to spray onto that fire and that one.
At the same time?
I'm not trying to blow the whole hydrant off. I'm just trying to open up some valves.
So, I mean,
Basic.
you are splitting the pressure between those two different holes.
Yes.
Hmm.
It would be.
Yeah, it is in a burst. I'm just going to open the near one for now then.
Okay, that does very efficiently put out that fire, because one hydrant can handle that.
You just have to jump from hydrant to hydrant be the best solution, I think. Starting with the ones closest to people.
There are a few hydrants around, but there are some fires that are not quite in reach of one. And though you can hear sirens, it's clear there's still a fair amount of time away.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do most of the
traffic.
work.
That fire is gone, although I believe you can still see it off to the side. I'll just delete it.
Yes.
There you go. You've gotten rid of that fire. It's very smoldery, and that civilian on the ground might have some actual burns from it, but it is gone.
Yep.
Now, Lord Etheric is being chased.
Actually, I just realized that I can only extend once, but in that first round, he ran off a mile, right?
Yes.
Well, every 2 rounds, I can teleport to catch up with him, and with 15 million cubic feet of line I can draw, I can just try to trap him again.
Right, well, he's going to break your brain.
And break your mind with mine. Love it. It's about now we wish we had a teleporter, friend.
That hits your dodge, so he does affect you.
Will?
Make a will check, yes. And remember, you have a -2 on it at the moment. That is a failure. His is 23. That looks. Is that a failure by 1 degree or 2 degrees?
It's
Just
Zero,
the one.
0 to 4 is 1 degree. 5 to
Oh, no,
9
wait, 2.
is 2.
It's a 2.
2
Because
degrees.
It's exactly
so
5 away.
you are dazed again, and you take 1 more bruise. And then he flies a mile off in another direction.
Now you can put him in a cage and just hold him there till
yeah. I have 15 million cubic feet of line. I'm gonna try to trap him again.
Okay.
Hey, Wireframe. Quick math. How many miles does he have to fly away from me before I can't do that to him anymore?
Let's see here. You need at least a bubble big enough to hold him, right?
Yep.
let's assume a 6-foot bubble.
Okay,
And
so
then my line can be as little as half an inch thick. So
4 times pi times we'll use a typical height of 8 squared, so 64. So you need to use 800 cubic feet to encapsulate him.
yeah, I don't think this is ever going to be a problem for me. So I'm going to try to trap him.
However,
Again.
if
yeah.
he's a mile off, you're going to need to make a perception check.
I have macro vision.
Telescopic vision. She can see him.
Mm-hmm.
The Superman thing, just like I see that.
I have 1 million vision powers.
What's the text of macrovision?
Just a second, I have to find exactly what it's called on here.
Is it just an increased range vision?
That doesn't seem to be a thing. Yeah, microscopic vision and infrared vision.
Extended. Your sense operates at a greater than normal range. You have several ranks in extended vision.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a thing. I don't have it.
Then you cannot see him a mile away.
No, I cannot.
Yeah, extended.
He's gone,
it's a rank per level, and for each rank, the range at which you have a -0 circumstance penalty to perception is increased by a factor of 10.
Well, I would have gotten it if it was a thing, but we started play, so.
Yep, no worry.
Yeah, well. In any case, you can choose to try and randomly follow him by teleporting some distance away, which your character does not actually know he's able to fly a mile, so... Or you can go back and, assist the Red Duke and Alan.
Or fire off, death rays impertinently and
Yeah, or you
pissed
can,
off.
become a supervillain or something. But that's not quite what we're here for.
Lies.
Now
Pure lies.
the alien is going to teleport me next to the Red Duke and transform me back into my normal self, who now has a broken spine and is unconscious and collapses on the ground.
What?
Congratulations, you have an unconscious woman next to you, Red Duke.
Alright then. I'm gonna just keep track of her while I save lives. I actually do put her I put her next to not the fire.
Yes,
There-ish.
maybe not the fire.
Just to keep, so I know where she is at all times. Because she obviously has supreme superpower thingies, and she wasn't going around trying to murder people or just be a dick, so something's going on here. Otherwise, I'm going to spend my turns just moving the rubble off people and going around saving folk. So off this guy,
you don't
move
need
on.
a check to get rid of the rubble, so...
I try to prioritize anyone near fire first, depending on where my vision is.
Yes. You will need to go and make sure that you have ways to get rid of the fires that are not near hydrants.
Get the people out of the way and let it solve itself, I guess, is my solution.
So, this guy's near a fire, right?
Yes.
Is he also under rubble?
No.
Alright, let's
You can just drag him.
drag him away and deal with that fire later.
Okay, drag him to where?
Anywhere but fire.
Yeah, over here-ish.
He is in the middle of the street. Which, to be fair, there's not exactly a lot of people driving down it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone comes tooling down this road at 50 kilometers an hour.
Blame no one but the man driving the car.
And then he smashes into the Red Duke and dies.
Yes, dies horribly.
So
Duke
there's...
looks confused.
Yep, go ahead, Brad.
I was gonna say, I picked a theme song, but this battle was such a failure for me, I don't feel like playing it now.
It's alright. We all fail sometimes.
Um,
Honestly, they just shot a lot at you more than the Duke, because the Duke looked like it was obvious it wasn't going to do much.
Yeah, the Duke was hit by a few different things and realized, oh, this isn't doing anything. Yeah, ignore him. Get everyone else first.
He is
Yeah,
slow.
That's the
That's his
problem with
weakness.
building a tank.
yeah.
Ignore
That's
him,
the
poke
practical
everyone
problem
else.
with building a tank in a tabletop RPG. There's no aggro.
Yeah,
no
but,
reason
but
for them
no
to
way to
ever
draw
attack you.
aggro.
but at least when the Red Duke does reach someone, he generally takes them out.
Yeah, that's the thing. He's designed not so much to tank because, he's not making you attack him. He's telling you that if you don't do something to stop him, he's going to walk over and put you through the ground. It's just that kind of scenario. And if he gets to you and you have the ability to actually do something about him, it's at least a contest rather than just slapping you aside.
Whereas I have a million powers, and even the ones that are at max rank don't do anything ever.
Okay, so
You
as
put
a
it.
quick
You had
check,
him helpless there for a second.
Yeah, you mostly should have focused on keeping him helpless. He
Yeah,
did
Yeah,
that
not
took
have
him
a
out
way
of the fight
getting out of
entirely.
there.
He's just done.
Yeah, except I failed my attack, so he shouldn't have had to make his resistance. So he shouldn't have been trapped in the first place.
Oh, I think he
Nah.
failed to make his dodges. It was a double fail or something.
It's a learning process.
I make the attack against his dodge, and if I fail, he doesn't need to make his dodge resistance.
Yeah. What the funny thing is that
I
he's
realized
been
that
the
after
luckiest
we'd
son of a
already
bitch in
done
this
it.
fight.
He has.
been
He
the
rolled a lot of
unluckiest.
20s.
And he's rolled I think counted 3, maybe 4 20s. So yeah, he's just been the
I rolled
luckiest
like
son of a
4
bitch.
ones in a row against him.
Yeah, seriously, he's just lucky. That's all it is.
Maybe his secret power is luck manipulation that even I
Yeah.
don't know about.
Yeah.
In any case, the question is, what are you going to do about the fires that are not near fire hydrants?
That one is. There's one here.
Yes,
And just that one's out.
as long as you
And then-
will efficiently aim it, and since you do have, physics background.
Yeah.
He knows how to aim.
That one, sure, let's see if we can get it with a
And I
pop hole
remove
there.
this.
That is perfectly fine. It's not a huge fire. Just,
Alright.
you know,
The only
covering that
problem
area.
is the only other means I have of getting easy access to water is going to cause more property damage than the fire will.
I'm sorry, there was an explosion here. There's no way you're causing more property damage. You just can't.
What's interesting is the
just
ground isn't
can't.
very torn up around that explosion, which, again, the radius was down here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Just-
just kind of poof.
It is kind of weird. I get this guy out of the rubble where I'm standing.
Okay.
All right, you say
Yeah.
there's not much I
That
can.
shouldn't exist.
You say there's not much I can do to do worse property damage than has already been done by the flying debris, right?
I didn't say that.
I said that.
I'm asking you to postulate it.
I'm assuming you're talking about making, say, water shoot up from the pipes underground.
Yeah, see, that's a lot more property damage than I'd like to invoke. But if this fire
Yeah.
has any still standing building above it,
It does, yes.
let's just start making patches of ice to fall into it. And
That works, sure. There is enough roof to do that, given you have the time to do so.
And that roof would burn off anyway, so, you know.
Can you just make me a roll plus your transform?
like the transform rank
Yes.
without that slash at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll take you a minute, but you can do it.
Alrighty. Do what I can to mitigate the flames then.
Well,
There's
while
only
he's
two
doing
other big burning blazes. There's a few smolders around, but they aren't really spreading.
while he's doing that, I guess I just get everyone else out of the rubble. There's that guy.
Yeah, you have the
That
strength,
guy.
not really worry about it.
Honestly, I'm tough enough to where I'd probably just walk through this fire, get this guy out once I've cooled down, and then just keep going.
Now, how close are those sirens?
The police are getting much closer. The ambulances and fire department seem a bit farther off.
Do I have enough time to get to... Well, there should be one more guy, I think. Yeah, he's way in the north.
Right.
Yeah,
And
he's
then-
the guy who got hit through a wall.
I'm picking him up and putting him somewhere safe.
Yes,
think I'm gonna start-
carry the man with a potential spine injury.
Yeah.
I'll be gentle. I'm gonna,
Well,
I'm gonna gather up everyone and try and get them in one area so it's
And
easy to deal
as-
with them.
Well,
going
I have
on.
a potential spine injury, and he just dumped me on some rubble. I blame him for my disability.
As this is going on, you can notice off to the west, the ambulances are setting up. They're not setting up the immediate vicinity of where you are, likely because, you know,
Ambulances
fuck is
make
going
bad
on?
first responders to explosions, yes.
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I march
Right.
in that direction
It-
and call towards them. Oi, fight's over. Come on, lads, get in. Damn it, wrong accent.
I know you're thinking of Bombard, aren't you?
Yeah, I said into bombard for a second there. Need to get
Right.
it back. We're all sitting over here.
So,
Come on in.
now that there's no one in obvious peril, I'm just going to slip off into the crowd.
Before you do that, the police have arrived.
Joy.
Well, bombard's trying to wave
They're-
the medics over here for the groups of people who are obviously
They're
hurt.
on the west side of this. Their police, their cars are parked just off to the side where you will not be seeing them.
Okay.
Lots of SWAT.
Oh, that's
you got
the
enough men?
That's the east. Gotcha.
That is the east. I'm sorry. Eh.
Got enough men over there to handle this situation?
To be fair, when they hear reports of superhumans,
You didn't bring enough men then.
there are more.
Alright. I wait patiently because I'm used to this, and I keep myself both close to the being that was once Omega and the two supervillains.
I think the first thing you should point out to them is that all the civilians in the area appear to be clones.
Yeah, that is kind
Yeah,
of a
well,
problem. Not sure why. I think the Culling
They-
Factory.
They do
That's me
move to
being a
go and
prick,
calm
yes.
down the civilians, since nobody took it upon themselves to do so.
As long as they don't start running in the middle of a battlefield, I couldn't care less. I have a contract that, not a contract, what would you call it? Some kind of legal document that says if anyone who gets injured because they ran in front of me is their own damn fault.
One of them does notice that Alan is standing apart. How will Alan react to being noticed by SWAT?
Oh, I just hadn't finished moving by the time that you interrupted.
Yes, well, he's still a little apart from the crowd at this point. Just going to rejoin the crowd. Okay.
Was the intention to disappear into the crowd and make
I'm
my
just a
way out of
face.
here before anyone, starts implying that I was involved.
He was involved. Get him.
And the police chief is on the scene, as, I don't know, some of you might recognize.
I think I would, probably.
I probably would if I was awake.
Yeah, well, we'd all like to be some things.
I'd like to have
We'd
a
all
popcorn
like to be
dispenser in here. I
conscious.
don't.
We'd all like to be conscious and not have a broken spine. I know.
Yeah, I waved the medics over. They can start coming here. If they're not, that's their fault.
They seem to be waiting for the police.
Okay, the police are here. Get over here.
They seem to be waiting for the police to come and get them.
For the love of...
It might be more that you're just scared of the giant robot, as
Just a-
known as you are.
I don't smush people, so get over here.
And this is Chief Marcus Tolliver. He's...
Alan, you bastard. Oh, that was fun. Okay.
Chief Tolliver waves to the Duke and says,
Howdy, Chief.
Duke, what exactly happened here?
I'll be straight with you. I got no idea. There was some I was, doing my aerial, patrol, and suddenly, explosion. I sat down to see what the whole fuss is about, to see injured about, gonna, do what I can to help, and suddenly those two, and two fellas currently encased in a, bent pole, started, best word I'm gonna say is freaking out. They start flailing around, the tentacled one starts grabbing people, trying to run off of them, the other fella starts, making illusions, throwing lasers everywhere, it's fucking madness, and no damn reason for it. And there's a third, and I could fly faster than I could grab, and he starts doing weird mental shenanigans, and he's flown off long since, and I can't follow him. I'll be straight to you, Chief. This here's madness.
So you're saying there's some kind of psychic loose in Emerald City?
Basically, yeah, and you can fly real damn fast too. Probably faster than my jet can fly.
God damn it.
That'd be the right word to use. At least I caught two of them, but I can fly.
You said it was an explosion?
Some sort of explosion set this whole thing off. About there, bish.
I don't see no crater.
That's I can't describe it to you. I wasn't here when it happened. I just saw some kind of flash of silver, I think it was, and well, at that point I launched myself out of my ship as I do, and here I am. Time I got here, this was all just as it is, with more fires, but we handled what we could.
Right. Could you do anything else about those fires up there, or do we need the fire department?
You might need a fire department. I'd be just throwing rubble at them, and people start complaining about damages and blah, blah, blah. And I don't come equipped with
Right.
no water thrower, if you get me.
Might want to consider it. This sort of thing is going to be happening.
You have any idea how much that, and I ain't going to explain it. That's like asking to put a water gun on your gun.
Well, I'm not the fire department.
Nor am I.
Was anyone was here when the explosion happened?
Looks like this, besides people unconscious and them freaks over there, no offense to them, no, I don't think so. Just like I said, anyone who's been here, wait, hold on. There was one guy. Besides the people that are unconscious and those two, there was this feller, some trench coat, had a gun. He just sort of ran around helping, I suppose. He did help, and not a bad sort. He did help, and other than that, I think he fiddled with the hydrants a little bit. That's why there's holes in some of them, and he'll put out the fires. I don't know where he scarpered off to, though.
Okay, so I'm assuming Alan would be known by the police force, but would his powers be known by the police force?
He tries to keep a low profile, but he definitely has never advertised exactly what it is he does to anyone.
Okay, so he's on the list of it could potentially be him, but there's no way to know for sure.
Is the intention.
Right. You got anything else that could describe this person?
I think he caused an explosion with his hands, and he can manipulate water hydrants. And I don't know what you want from me. He looked like a plain feller, trench coat, and not too, maybe a little on the old side, but not like a geezer or nothing. Black hair. Not sure what you. Yeah, he just seemed your normal, everyday, helpful citizen with a few extra tweaks, you know. There's technically was a third, but that's something we're gonna have to talk about private, like.
Really?
Aye. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be a bit busy here.
Yeah, I got all. You know, unless something else pops up, I shouldn't be busy.
Just come by the station later.
Nah, I can manage that.
In the meantime, if you have anything else to handle here, get it handled.
I got
we've
everyone
got to
out
calm
of the
these
rubble.
people down.
I got the people out of the rubble. Just get the paramedics over here, and everything should be fine. You might want to look over this new girl first. Don't think she's in the best of condition.
All right, I'll be sure to tell the paramedics.
All right, then. Thank you for your time, Chief. I hope this gets settled quick, like. And I don't know where you're gonna put them to, but wherever you put the Octo one, put it something reinforced and made of solid titanium, because he's tougher than he looks.
Yeah, how long's he been out?
Yeah, gonna put it on 5-6 minutes. He's also about like 3 feet under, so you might need to pull him out, or at least his legs are 3 feet down.
Tough guy to take a punch like that.
He's out, but yeah, he's still alive.
All right, you go do whatever it is you do when you're not doing
Save
these
this
things.
city is what I do. Serve the country.
Whenever you're not saving the city, go do whatever that is.
I
No, I don't
like country
appreciate
music.
it, but we're a bit busy.
Fair enough. I'll keep an eye on this one for a bit, but I'll be off soon. Tell me if you found that trench coat guy. Thanks.
Chief Tolliver turns to the nearest SWAT and does to look through the crowds for someone wearing a trench coat.
Sorry, Alan. I know you're trying to be secret. I just thought you were a government agent or something.
I like how it doesn't matter what game we're in, but the party is going to screw each other somehow.
Duke can't help it. Nothing was explained. He just shows up, he's a hero, gone. He looks
So
like
you're not
he
gonna,
looked like he...
you're
Sorry,
not
go
gonna try and investigate any?
Me?
Yeah.
Other than keeping track of Omega, I am tech bit. The thing is, I don't know if there's a technology. Well, I'll keep an eye on Omega, but wherever the center of
I
the
just mean,
explosion
like,
was.
you could have gone over to the site of the explosion to see why there's no crater.
Yeah, that's actually a smart idea. I'm gonna go over there. I know enough about technology to at least guess. I don't know anything about chemicals, so we'll see.
Let's see, what would I need you to do?
If only I knew about chemicals, then I would know this is a result of all the LSD I took.
Also, are you going to try talking to any of the people over here?
I think I might if there's any. Yeah, I might march over there. Well, not so close as to intimidate, just kind of closer and
Right.
ask anyone. Hey, any of y'all see exactly what caused this here explosion? It's kind of important.
They've got a general idea of what happened after talking to a few different people. It was, a redshift energy truck was going through, it exploded, the storm came from the wreckage, and people started going crazy.
Huh. The hell was that thing carrying? Oh yeah, one of you SWAT types. You got a second? Yeah, at this point, the one looks relatively not busy. Howdy. Listen, you're gonna want to look into this. What was that company called again? I called to the crowd.
Redshift Energies.
Yeah, this Redshift Energy people, they had a truck coming through here that apparently is the source of this air explosion. See if you can talk to your police, files and see if you see what they're transporting, like anything recent, because that should put you on a trail.
The SWAT officer.
Just make sure the chief has that. I don't want to go bother him with this. Just make sure it gets to the chief,
The SWAT officer kind of glares at you, not angrily, but he does seem a bit annoyed. Just says, "Sir."
All right, then you take care now. Yeah, Alan's trying way too hard.
Now, will
if
you
the
investigate
Duke
the
overhears him, he's
sites?
gonna be insulted.
Will you investigate the site of the explosion?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it over. I'm just trying to figure out which potatoes. I don't really have much for this.
Do you have an investigation skill?
Nope. It's not his thing.
Okay, what is
I
the
have treatment,
investigation skill
technology,
based on?
vehicles. Is there anything left of that truck?
No.
Okay, wow, that thing was atomized. Jam.
Yep.
Alright, well, whatever caused this
Investigation
storm-
is int based.
Roll
Yeah,
int.
well, I have a really high end, so. And 9, so. A 19.
Okay then. I do assume you have scanning things on that mech.
Oh, this thing, yeah, it's got like a high. It has the same awareness as I do, which is represented by like scanners and doodads.
Well, you find some microscopic residue spread around the site of the blast. It's like a fine metallic dust.
Huh. Do I recognize the metal? Having a technology skill of Oblivion. So I'll roll tech on that, actually.
Checking.
Tech, so plus 19.
You have an expertise what?
Well, I have a really high technology skill. I work a lot with metals, so I might.
Yeah, that is perfectly fine. Okay. 38. Jesus, okay.
I work really closely with a mech.
The dust is not dust, it's nanomachines.
Ah, hell.
They are not functioning, they're possibly damaged by the explosion.
Ah, hell.
They're in the process of breaking down into, component elements, but they are nanomachines. That
Okay,
is
is there
likely
any-
what the actual storm was.
Yeah, is there any way I can preserve these things, like any one of them?
They are breaking down as we speak.
I know, but do I know any way to preserve them, like a baggie? Would a baggie do it? Like, is anything?
Nothing
pictures?
you know.
Would pictures do it?
Come on, put it in a Ziploc. Do it.
They are nanites, by the way, for the
I know they're
proper
really
name.
goddamn small. I'm just trying to.
No, you have no way of preserving them as you are right now.
Is there any way I can take a picture as proof? Any, like.
If you have a camera, you can go ahead and take a picture if it can catch microscopic things.
I don't have a specific thing for that. Chit.
Then you might be SOL.
Use a victory point to make it a power of something you already have for right now. It's not something you'd have a power for anyway.
Hmm.
Didn't
Yeah,
you use one already to seize initiative?
Yeah, I did. That was my thing. I used
I
my
guess you
heroic
don't have
effort.
one then.
Yeah, I had to use it to go first because that's what the Duke does. I'm gonna go march over the chief as quick as this machine goes. Chief, I need you now.
It's too bad.
I know what caused that, and I know why these guys are like acting like they're liking. Just probably sensitive information, so just listen close. Those things are nanites, like tiny machines. That was an explosion of tiny mechanical things that probably rearranged their DNA or fiddled with their bodies to change them into what they are right now. So everyone here might have them in their bodies and have like powers unknown now. So this is a big damn deal. This is
God
bad.
damn it, Duke.
Not my fault. But this is bad. This is really bad, and you need to start preserving those things. They're breaking down right now. You need proof. So if you have anything, take like tiny pictures and that.
Yeah, all right.
Like now.
He motions for a few SWAT officers to gather around the site of the explosion, and some of them have cameras. Some.
Like anything that can like
Others
take
have
pictures of real small
bags
stuff.
and dusters. So they do gather some of it up.
Yeah, take pictures. That's the important thing. Pictures you can like get a detailed like as best you can.
They have
Quick,
cameras, but
everyone.
of course they're not anything more than standard cameras.
God damn it.
Quick, everyone. A
can't
light
expect them
dusting
to
of
have-
nanomachines. Just start shoveling them into bags with your hands. That won't do anything wrong at all.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Don't
Those are
expect them to have
non-functional.
microscopic
Carry the-
cameras or anything.
Carry them back to the station in your cheeks like a chipmunk.
Now, I would
Duke
remind you
just-
that this is not a victimless thing. There are corpses around. Are you going to look at them any?
I might as well inspect one if they'll let me.
They aren't about to stop you.
I guess that is sort of a thing. Let's presume the closest corpse is this guy.
Do you have any relevant medical skills?
I do. Treatment,
What?
specifically.
Okay.
I know how the insides work to at least a fair degree. I don't have a degree or nothing, but I know how to.
So are you
Stitch
going
apart.
to, like, open them up?
Inside my mech? No, I'm just looking them over.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
open them
not
up would
inside
involve-
your mech. I mean, like, I don't know,
I would have to have my mech reach down and tear a man in half in front of everyone. How about no?
Only
I'm
so
just
much you
looking them
can
over to
get,
see-
then.
I know. I don't want to. I'll look over them on the autopsy table if I need to feel that way. I'm not doing it in public. Like, hey guys, watch my mech tear a man in half like it's nothing. Look at the
Nope.
organs.
No, everything's the right color in here. Let's try the next one.
Seriously. I'm
Not
not
Ooh,
doing
this
it.
one's lemon filled.
Not much to see on the outside. It's a pretty standard person. He's got wallets and a watch and a phone, and he seems to have died from a head injury from the falling rubble.
Hmm.
Lots of scorch marks, and
You said a head injury. Is his head is he cracked open wide or just?
about half of it is caved in.
All right. Looking at that injury, does it look anything unusual?
No, it looks like it was just he was standing under a building, and a lot of that building fell on him.
Right. I'm not going to get anything further from there unless we do the autopsy. I'll probably visit the autopsy table later because this is all of a sudden like a high priority problem. But
It's about now that there's something odd. A
What?
car comes on the scene.
all right. Does it turn to a mech and then we have a mech battle?
No, it's a limousine is driving through the area.
Okay.
It's
How do you
David
pass the police line?
Xanatos.
This is a limousine with tinted black windows, and it's very fancy looking.
Oh, son of a bitch! It's one of those.
That's not
government
killing my
types.
theory.
One of those fancy government types, and they're fancy. It's probably mayor.
A few of the SWAT officers look at it, seem to recognize it, and decide not to do anything.
Like I said, it's either like FBI, CIA, NASA. No,
I don't
no.
think NASA is quite.
Hey, that was a weird ass explosion. Why not? No, it's probably some sort of organization, government based. Probably. I am
And
gonna
if-
like watch it though.
Yes, and as you're watching it, you can hear some of the SWAT officers near you. You can hear their radios crackling. Apparently, there are lots of reports coming in from all over the city of odd things.
Hell, this thing might have spread a lot further because they're nanites. If there had been like a word, like if this thing was an explosion, they could have been tossed in the air all over the. Fudge.
Yeah, you might have a time ahead of you.
Oh boy. I need to put up recruitment posters. Damn.
Luckily, the newscasters have not arrived yet. It seems like the police are actually managing to keep them out thus far.
There's a fucking first.
Yeah, lucky you.
Yay. I'm not
Are you
I'm
going to investigate Redshift Energies at all?
Me? Yes, but not this second. I need to
Okay.
check out this. I want to know who the hell's in that car, so I'm just going to shift over here. And I'm going to look at the crowds for a second to see if there's like any kind of... If the crowd's getting too big, I might have to book it. But limousine, what the hell is it doing here?
It's just kind of cruising. Whoever's in it is obviously just looking at the destruction. When it reaches the end where there's lots of things going on, it just turns around and starts heading the other direction.
Why don't you take its license plate down?
Yeah, I was about to ask, does it happen
Yeah.
to be unmarked?
It does have a license plate. It looks pretty standard.
Make sure I take a picture, write it down, sign my mech. And then I ask cordially to the closest SWAT officer, so why is he allowed in?
The SWAT officer just looks at you and shrugs. It is not a happy shrug.
Fair enough.
Talking to the bottom of the
Right.
totem pole there.
Welcome to the bottom. Yeah, I feel you, boy. I feel you. Do what you can. All right, I shift into a truck.
I don't have a
couldn't
token for you
a-
in truck.
Yeah, I couldn't really find a good one. I really couldn't.
It took
Nothing
me
that-
forever to find a token for this fucking limousine.
hmm
Yeah,
And if
I
you
couldn't
look at it,
find-
you'll notice there's white all on the edge of it because I had to cut it out of something.
Yeah,
hmm
yeah. To be simple, honestly, the picture's okay because the front of the mech looks a lot like the front of the truck would look because that's just how it works.
Right.
So it's
So you're going to shift to a truck and drive off.
there, done. He's a truck now. Beep beep. So he shifts into a truck, drives by, salutes the chief, and makes to
With one
leave.
finger?
Oh wait, hold on, I can't leave. I am gonna leave, but I want to check on Omega first, like make sure she got to the hospital and all that,
Okay.
and ask her name. They would know her name because they look for your ID and shit.
I assume Janine is carrying ID on her.
Unless it got blowed off in the explosion, yeah.
If she still has clothing, she'd still have her ID.
Oh, if it's in her purse, she might not.
Was it in her purse?
Yeah, but I don't know if her purse got blown away or not.
Then it very well might have, yeah.
So I don't know who she is the problem.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take a picture of her, click, and just know which hospital she's being sent to, and I'll just check up on her later.
Oh yeah, taking pictures of unconscious chicks. That's not creepy.
Like, they can notice.
You're creepy.
Suspicious cars are always fun.
Alright, so I've taken a picture of her. I don't have her name, but I know what hospital, what was her name again? Jennifer?
Janine?
Janine, okay, it was a J. So, Janine. So I take a picture of her. I obviously don't know Janine's name, but I know what hospital she's going to be at, so I'll probably check in on her later. Otherwise, I drive off and am probably just going to probably going to more or less make my way to the airport. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. I'm going to go get a burger. And once I'm probably done with that, they'll probably have most of these people in the hospitals, and I'll wait outside the hospital to see if I can get to know what Janine's condition is. And then from there, they'll probably be done with the forensics, and I can go check up on the bodies. So that's my problem. That's my plan.
Now he's creeping around the hospital. This is what he
And while I'm
does.
eating a burger, I'll look up this license plate and see if I can figure out who the hell this is.
Well, we are reaching 6 o'clock here, which honestly I didn't expect to take this long, but okay.
Told you.
Well, yeah. When they examine me, they'll find that my injuries are great enough that I should be dead, but something's keeping me alive.
But you definitely need a wheelchair.
And god damn it, this wire cutter just ain't working on this ring she's got on her finger. What's up with that?
I think it's fucking
Pretty
stuck.
much, yeah. And then if they try to remove it, it'll fly right back.
Which I'm sure is very confusing for them if it, hadn't come from the side of something with superheroes.
Yep. And at that point, she'd probably wake up and wheelchair her way out, and then the Duke sees her and waves her over. Explains.
That
some
can
things.
happen a bit later, especially since that's,
Yeah,
we're
Especially
not
in
entirely
fall.
what would happen.
I'm assuming they let her out. I mean, once she's proceeded to be declared healthy enough to be alive.
Well,
yeah,
besides it being up to
that could
Brad
be
how
a
long
wet
she's
net.
in the hospital.
Yeah, I have immortality. I don't have a healing factor.
Check.
Mhm.
There's also she's gonna wake up and have a ring on her finger and a bunch of superpowers.
Nasty wake up.
Maybe she got married while she was knocked out.
Yeah, that could be it.
I don't recall going to Vegas.
Excuse me, ma'am. We've here's the paperwork already signed by your next of kin, saying that you have agreed to the Mutant Registration Act.
Damn you, Spider-Man!
So
I'm
that
surprised
looks-
Alan managed to squeeze his way out of that one. That was clever of him.
there is crowds around, so pretty easy to hide in a crowd of panicked people.
Mm-hmm. Especially when any description being circulated of what color or material you're clothing of is completely useless.
Yes.
Clever
If
man.
the Duke had maybe gotten a closer look and seen scars or something,
He never was close enough.
Mm-hmm.
that's mostly the saving
He
grace. there.
generally had a thing to do that was a little bit more important than describing some random helpful guy.
There's also the saving grace that nobody tried to calm down the crowds, in which case they would have dispersed.
Mm-hmm.
Which honestly, the police would be kind of annoyed about.
I'm sorry, I was punching out Octoman. I had things to do.
No, I mean they'd be annoyed if you talked to the crowd and made them all disperse.
Oh.
Sir, we had to collect statements from them. Looky-loos are still good for something around here. Cameras to confiscate.
Huh.
So yes, things can continue next time, mostly because I don't have another map.
Yeah, that's fine. This was good.
Yay!
I had a
Yeah,
lot of
this
fun.
is
The
fun.
fights are very dynamic.
Yeah, that's a quick
They're
summary. What
very
exactly
not
happened
able
in
to
that
do
fight?
anything.
Well,
Let's
to
see.
be fair, you've got a lot of powers in which you've only put like 1 or 2 ranks.
I was using all my max ranks powers.
Yeah,
You
that's
mostly got a lot of bad
that's-
luck.
Yeah, that's another
I
thing,
kept
though, by the
rolling
way.
ones.
Hmm.
That's really it. She just rolled a bunch of ones. He rolled a bunch of nat 20s. That is literally all that happened.
I
Yeah,
rolled 5 or
that.
6 ones in this battle. Yeah, it was
Had she
ridiculous.
not, she would have kicked his ass. That's all there is to it. So
That's
there you go.
basically it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As a note, I believe. Let's see.
That's just dice hate you today. Nothing
mean,
wrong
you
with her powers or her
basically-
setup. It's just she was actually the perfect
There's-
counter to this guy, all things considered. She had like powerful
Yeah.
ranged attacks and could keep up to a degree, so she was the perfect counter. It's just she rolled nothing but ones.
There's
She even
basically
had
no
him
way
locked down.
you guys were not going to win this, considering none of them were power level 10.
Hmm. Well,
Actually, what's funny is that Light Show did the most damage to people, basically.
Yeah, he did the most annoying.
He's power
work.
level 8.
Good for him. He shows
Yeah,
off what a power level 8 character can do if done right.
Yeah, I think that just nails down the problem with trying to balance a system like this.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
You can never tell who's going to be the most successful. I'll put it this way: Octoman would probably be a much bigger threat for this group if the Duke wasn't around, because the Duke
Yes.
directly counters Octoman. Whereas we had no straight counter to Light Show, someone who is heavy dodge
Oh,
and a lot of
Duke
illusionary
is
trickery.
yeah. Sorry, that guy was he was a physical attacker, wasn't he?
Yes.
Insubstantial. I'm immune to physical attacks in that form.
Basically, the main person who was a problem to was Alan, if he could actually get him.
Yeah.
Each of us had a person we countered, and in turn countered someone else. For
Dibs
example,
on-
the
dibs
flying
on
mental
scissors.
fucker. The flying mental guy would actually be really annoying to the Duke if he just didn't mentally attack the Duke himself, i.e. he just starts throwing shit at the Duke. The only thing the Duke can do is like shoot at him, and that'd be about the limit of that fight.
Yeah. Especially since he can create actual objects.
Yeah, he would be the counter to the Duke because he's too fast for the Duke to get his hands on, and trying to shoot him down is not going to go anywhere quickly. And he's that counter, whereas he is countered directly by Omega. And, Octoman would kick the crap out of, poor Alan, but the Duke would stomp on him. So you literally had this little perfect rock, paper, scissors game going on. I'm rather impressed.
Yeah, if we had more if we were fighting more guys, I would have just stood somewhere and tried to use my stop power on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, we had
It's only rank 3, but it's cumulative and sustained. So
We had
Mhm.
Octoman grab a civilian, use him as a shield. He got grabbed by the Duke and managed to escape out of it.
He got some distance where the Duke caught up, then pile drived him into the ground about 3 feet down.
Slightly before that, he tried to grab Alan.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we had Light Show make a illusory knife as a distraction and then start shooting at people a little bit. Made
And he also had some
illusory
illusionary
grinders to
grinders.
keep the Duke away from him.
Which did work, technically.
Yes, it just won't work again. And then he went and shot Omega when she was trying to keep
Distracted.
Lord Etheric down. And Lord Etheric just generally went around yelling at people.
Yeah, the only thing he really accomplished was beating up Omega.
Yeah, and then running the fuck away when he realized,
And
oh
that
god,
was just
what do I
through pure
do?
goddamn luck.
Yeah,
I'll
how many
harm
bruises do you need to take before you're fucked?
you can take as many bruises as you want, you just need to fail by a degree of 4 to be knocked unconscious.
Oh, okay.
Or
So you
fail
literally
by a
beat through
degree of
shit, but
3
keep going.
twice in a row.
Yes, it's like 2 3s or 1 4. Taking bruises just makes it a lot easier to, fail by that amount.
Yep.
I see.
Eventually you could have like 10 bruises, I mean negative 10, and you're much more likely to fail then, but you could still keep going.
Yeah, if we were fighting more than 3 guys, I would have just stood somewhere and spammed my stop power the whole fight, because that's what I had that for. Is it's low level, but it's cumulative, and I can sustain it. So
Yep.
eventually, just by law of averages, everybody's going to be stopped except for you guys, who can just start walking through and kicking people.
Which would effectively work very well. The thing is, they never really clustered, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I said, we each had
yeah,
our,
yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors to go deal with. And if you're
Yeah,
wondering,
if
Alan
we're-
was the
if we're ever fighting more people, that's my plan for it.
Alan was actually the counter to Light Show, because Light Show mostly is either shooting you or trickery, and Alan is good at detecting trickery and can dodge shooting. So that's his counter.
I'm not good at detecting trickery. My
But you're
He
insight,
did
Investigation.
fail that one roll.
yeah, my insight is only +3. I rolled an 18 and then a 17. That's
I thought you
why.
had investigation. I swear you had investigation at some point. Fair.
Insight,
Not
not
me.
meditation.
Oh, okay.
That's
Uh,
help you
okay.
detect,
I see.
illusions.
I couldn't hear a word either of you were saying.
It was a scramble. They were both just agreeing.
I said my chick's hot.
Yep.
He's not lying.
So I'm debating right now whether you could handle some of the, like autopsy stuff, because it'd be a little pointless to make a map for that on the forum.
The only person here who has any treatment skill, I think, is the Duke, and it's only a plus 15 maximum, which is decent. And if you think that's enough to him go through, like, he is going to visit and try, so if you think he might gain information out of that, we can do that. But I'd
Yeah.
be the only one doing it, so.
Make a
'Cause-
roll on that here, would you please?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything for a while.
Yeah,
33.
you definitely get some information. I'll post
I mean,
a
Alan
thing
would be
for
doing
you.
it, but Alan is not with the Duke right now because he doesn't want to be associated just yet.
Yes, and I'll have to find a way to get Alan associated, won't I?
Nail a big money bag to him. Ooh,
Uh,
money.
Suspicious car is suspicious, and those guys were musing over what is that dust, because obviously they were panicked over it, as it wasn't just dust. So Alan would be doing a little bit of checking into things on the side.
Right. Okay.
And the nice thing about having the advantages that I do is that I don't need investigation rolls to do some snooping around. All I need is persuasion.
And you
Investigate that for
do
me.
have that, don't you?
Yet well informed
do.
and connected.
Could you make a persuasion check for me right now? Not the best roll, but okay.
Let's see here. Well, a simple favor's only DC 10, but calling in the right information.
In this
That-
case, you do have time. So does it have a time limit to when you can do it again?
Well, if I'm just asking favors from my contacts, then that's repeatable. However, let's also roll one for this energy company you said. What was the name again?
Redshift Energies.
Redshift Energies.
Bunch of bastards.
That is a better roll.
My character has no
With
investigation. We just, like, Google
well-informed-
search them.
With well-informed, when encountering an individual, group, or organization for the first time, I can make an immediate persuasion skill check to see if my character has heard something about them. Use the guidelines for gathering information in the investigation skill.
Okay, let me go look at that. Might as well do this now.
And that is determining what I already know about them, as though I'd gone out and researched them.
Okay. Where did it say to find it? Ah, here it is, I think. How many degrees of success do you have? What'd you roll?
26.
That looks like... Is that 3 degrees of success or 4? That's a DC 10.
That would be 3. Well, 10? 4. 4 degrees.
You have a lot of information on the redshift energies. So let's see. This is something that some of it the Duke will find out pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Redshift Energies is a wholly owned subsidiary of a company called Paladine Industries.
Yeah, sorry guys, I actually have to go. I need to work in like an hour and a
Yeah,
half.
go ahead.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay,
I'm getting
make sure you do a
information
recap.
out, but I will.
So
See you,
continue.
Red.
Have a good night.
Bye,
Good night.
Rad. Things will improve for you, says the man to the crippled woman.
So yeah, they are owned by Paladine Industries. This is something that the Duke would find out as well.
Hey, Google searched it. And you don't
So
have
that
investigative
Duke-
ability? That's what you
Something
do.
that, roll me a d20.
Sure. At 20.
Congratulations. You would know this as well.
Alright.
Paladine is a shell company owned by Mars Tech.
For the love of...
Mars
there
Tech
are layers
is,
to the layers.
Mars Tech is one of the largest employers in Emerald City, as well as being one of the most successful technology companies in the world.
That explained the nanites.
Its owner is a local plutocrat known as Maximilian Mars.
I thought my name was fucking silly. Moving
Yeah, well, you gotta have alliteration.
on. Yeah, I guess. But
There's
it's
not much else
$20 on his birthday.
important other than that. It's just that it's owned by Maximilian Mars.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, Paladine is a shell corporation for Maximilian, and that Energy Corporation, I can't remember, is a shell company for Paladine. So we have three
Redshift
layers.
is owned by Paladine.
And Redshift is owned by Paladine, which in itself is a shell corporation owned by the Mars Tech.
Yes.
3 levels of shell corporation. Awesome. Sorry, 2 levels.
Which is always
Um,
interesting to see, isn't it?
That sounds
Yeah, what the
like
hell?
restricted information. Do I glean
Yes.
anything protected that the Duke does not?
i.e. Google is not helpful.
see.
Now, WikiLeaks.
Like, do I know that they're experimenting with nanotech in an effort to do anything in particular?
It is not. It's not private information that Mars Tech works with stuff like nanotechnology. They are just the technology company in the world, so they
But
do things like that.
why would they have their 2 shell corporations, like double shell corporation, shipping this? That's the question.
That is the question.
dude.
I am.
Do I need to pull out the graph of what is owned by Nestle?
No. I'm just saying, why would they want something this big? And it's the sort of thing you put your stamp on if you pull it off right. I mean, I understand if it was in its developmental stages, but why would you trust them to transport it? I guess not to shift the blame, I suppose. Someone wrong.
Mm-hmm.
The most information you would get is that Mars has kind of an obscene amount of influence in Emerald City.
Yeah,
Like more than you'd think from just the owner of the company.
Sooner or later, everything goes back to Mars.
Pretty much. If it's not Mars, it's the actual villains in the town
Hmm.
who are kind of quiet lately, but that is
This is
liable
going to
to
change fast.
Yeah.
The Duke is going to have too many problems it wants to deal with. Some are going to slip through the cracks.
But that's basically what you get. Redshift is owned through degrees by Mars, and Mars is a big guy.
I don't think Mars is to blame.
No?
They're too big of a corporation. They probably initiated this thing, but this accident isn't really their fault per se. It's just they deliberately had this company doing this to make something or another, and they use that primarily as a blame tool. Like, oh, they did it, not us, her. But
Well-
someone else lower down the line must have fucked around with something they shouldn't be. Because it's totally possible they're looking into nanotechnology to do stuff like this, but there's no way this was on purpose.
Well, in either case, you both know that Redshift is owned by Mars Tech, but only Alan knows that Mars is very unusual in how much power he has.
Mm-hmm.
Roger
I don't
that.
know. It's like I mean, I might learn.
Yeah, very possible, but you do not know it now.
Why
from
did
what
that
you're able
own
to
all the
research.
burger joints? Why would you want to own all the burger joints? I think for a second. Why wouldn't you want to own all the burger joints is a better question. Never mind.
Yeah, that's a better question.
I don't own them all. It explains why they all taste the damn same.
So congratulations, you have succeeded. One guy got away, but that happens.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 is not bad.
When they can fly 500 miles an hour.
Seriously. The fuck was I supposed to do? I guess shoot him comes to mind.
You could try and jump and grab him.
That's gonna that's not gonna cause massive damages to everything ever.
I didn't say it wouldn't. I just said you could. And yeah, there's a few companies that kind of just own everything.
Mm-hmm.
Illusion of choice, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
On the plus side, I pick between Pepsi and Coca-Cola a lot. Ha ha ha. That's an actual choice.
Hmm.
True. Some of these are actual choices, just not all of them.
I didn't know DiGiorno was owned by Nestle.
There's a higher resolution version. A little easier to read.
That's better. It's nice to know that about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about nine companies control everything that goes in your mouth.
Well, all of the snack food and most of the brand name grocery store food. Yes.
Well,
Hmm.
this
That
was
was
a session.
fun. A lot of
Yep.
fun, like more than even I expected. And again, even though the Duke did kind of like one shot the Octoman, you have to remember that Octoman was lower power level than him, so he probably
And
can't do that
Octoman was
normally.
kind of crazed and not thinking.
Yeah, he wasn't really doing what he could be doing. Like he could have just he could have gotten on the roof, and by then that's a problem.
Yeah, he's
Point
kind
is
of
that
a thug
this
to
could lead to
begin
some
with.
really interesting fights, like really fun stuff. Like, yeah, it's impossible to balance. I get that, but it could just be so much fun in so many scenarios.
Yeah. We'll see if I can get our other Chris in or not.
Yeah, that'd be great. He belongs. Like, if he was here, it'd be easier, but we'd probably have another villain to contend with. But it'd be fun.
Yes, he would.
I mean, the Duke isn't all that creative, but I still had a fuck ton of fun chasing down these guys and thwonking them.
All right. So
Like, everyone got to show off.
2 weeks. I got 2 weeks to make another map. Possibly 2.
Well, just take it one step at a time.
And remember, you don't always need a pre-boiled map.
Mm-hmm. Just like you can probably just, if you could remove the buildings on this one, you could just rearrange the roads, the buildings, situation as it demands.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I will see you all next week for our regularly scheduled Lostrin.
See you
Yes.
then.
Lostrin. There we go.
My face, my tongue is gonna go fucking crazy trying to flip flop between 2 different accents.
Yeah, have fun with that.
Yeah.
You think my accent don't? It's crazy up in here, mate.
That was one of the better parts where he just starts.
with my mind.
Alan is just in the back, just making like just shit up off the top of his head. Sounded fucking retarded. He is so. He must be. You have to be ecstatic that the Duke didn't hear you, because the Duke heard you. He's just gonna turn over and go, "What the hell are you saying? Where are you from?"
I still don't know what kind of accent to give Lord Etheric. I just want him to be whiny.
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but if you look on YouTube and just look for like amateur just people talking, you might find some stuff. Just saying. Like start at
Well-
game reviews. That's the easiest one to do to find whiny voices.
In any
There's some
case,
good ones. I'm not saying
gonna
there's not
go
good
eat
ones. I'm
now.
just saying you're gonna find whiny voices.
See y'all later.
Toodaloo.
Yep.